right. I found the Metagross one. I'm so excited. It's the Pokemon AI. I found the Metagross one. It's my favorite Pokemon, bro. Let's go. Ha ha ha. I don't know what's going on with I don't know what's going on with IGN. For whatever reason, they don't really have a lot of games coming out right now. So I'm on PlayStation today, and then I'm gonna swap over to IGN once I'm done looking at PlayStation's content. I don't know what's going on with them. It seems like they've made a big shift towards movies. I hope that's not a permanent thing. Maybe that's just they're trying to get all their stuff together for the year thing. But I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Cozy Apocalypse? What is this? He seems way too happy about this. Whoa. I'm good. This is weird. This is a weird game.
Studio, and the log line is the story. Both.
Oh, we already saw that. This looks cool. Oh, how's it going, the creator? Haven't seen you around in a minute, bro. Must have been busy, huh? Damn, I just saw that. Oh!
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean he smashed?
What do you think? He fell from a great height.
Yeah, but he couldn't have...
Huh.
Did he really die?
I imagine he was crushed to a pulp. Do you think they'll ever find his body?
Mom!
Okay, okay. I was just making sure you were paying attention.
Oh, you guys having a festival? What's it about? Oh, the animation for this is awesome. This game looks kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of got like... Oh, what is that animation? The Studio Ghibli animation to it. It's got a very pleasant, like, animation style to it. That's really cool. Not my kind of game, but, like, it's still cool. Oh, what's this?
The town has fallen victim to the plague, or to my arrogance. I have to fix it.
Bro, you should snag some pictures, man, and post them in Discord. I'd love to see the kite. It's like a kite flying festival. Bro, especially on good windy days, I bet it's amazing out there. Chad, man, you're mega late today, bro. You're third in chat.
Sometimes just being a doctor isn't enough to defeat it.
Oh, it's the Plague Doctor. This is the one where you can choose to kill everybody.
While I treat one patient,
That's right.
devours whole district.
This trailer's too long. It's an indie. It's like a super indie game. You know what I didn't realize is that it's not. It's weird because in the anime itself they call it My Hero Academy, but the way this is pronounced is Academia. And I did not know that. By the way, if you haven't seen this, I do recommend it, and it is on Hulu. I double checked it. It is on Hulu. Bro, I'd love to visit India one day. Definitely on my list of places that I'm gonna IRL stream one day for sure. I'd love to go and like IRL stream like festivals and stuff. That sounds like it'd be so fun. Hell, not even IRL stream, just to check it out. Just to experience it, you know? Damn, I might end up playing this game. Not even gonna lie. There's a new war bond. Huh. Oh, here we go. You know we gotta check out that Dragon Ball Z Daima. Or, Kakarot. They're still adding to this game. This game came out a while ago now. When did Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? It came out in 2020 and they're still adding to this. If you haven't played it, it takes you through all of Dragon Ball Z. It takes you through all of Super. It takes you through... Actually, I think... it's been a minute since I've played it. I think you start off right as Dragon Ball ends. The original Dragon Ball series. And you play through all the sagas, including Super. I don't think they have GT, but they do have Daima now. And I think they might have some of the movies, but don't quote me on that.
We'll see about that. We're not gonna stop until we win!
I think I got all but one trophy in this game, and it was because it bugged. And I wasn't gonna play through another, like, fucking 20,000 hours of this game just to get it. I'd have had to restart the entire game because of a food bug.
Dragon Ball number 3.
Really?
Last.
Aw.
Can you believe it? 'Cause I can't. That's less than half of the balls we have on Earth.
Are you prepared for this? The upcoming battle is sure to be yet another intense one.
Teamwork won't do you any good. I'm invincible. The third eye cannot be defeated.
It's amazing how powerful the third eye is.
It's so weird that they're trying to make GT. I kind of feel like the guy that died. I know that this was supposed to be his last final thing, you know, but I kind of feel like they robbed it from him. I do. I feel like someone somewhere was pulling strings behind closed doors, making him like try to tie GT in with the rest of the series because like GT was just a mega flop. Like it was so bad that even they said that it wasn't canon. So it kind of makes me wonder how much of Daima he really had a part of before he died, and how much of that was just a straight up lie to like the press and stuff.
Gotta be kidding.
Now for some payback for turning me into a brat! It's time we settle this, Goma. That doesn't matter. No one in the demon realm is more powerful than me. I'm the almighty supreme demon king, Goma! I'm the strongest there is! Goma, you're pretty...
If you've never played Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it's not a fighter game. It is not a fighter game. Whenever he's flying around like this, and he's dodging all the, like, stuff, that's how you actually fly around. It's an open world game. It's not, I should probably say that, it is not a fighter game. I don't think I've ever said that. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is not a fighter game. It is an open world, kind of like RPG, where you actually play as the characters through their storylines. I should have said that. See how he's flying like this? This is actually him, like, the whoever's controlling Goku. That's how you fly in the game. It's not like an animation. It's not a quick time event. You can actually dodge attacks by flying like that around enemies if you lock onto them. It's not it's how you play the game. Like it's hard as shit to do, but you can do it. Like I would probably rate Dragon Ball Z Kakarot as one of probably the best Dragon Ball Z games I've ever played. You see how he's dodging like that? How he's flying? You could actually do this. I've done it kind of with some bosses, and it's hard to do. Like, that's actual free movement that you can do.
Goma, you're pretty tough, but you're no match for me. Come on, Goma. We're finishing this right now.
Oh, dude, they did add it. They did add the Brawly Saga. Hold on. Yeah, they totally did. Look, it's a Bardock. They added it. I didn't know that. Oh, they also added Boo's reincarnation. Yeah, here's Super. Super was fun, dude. I played part 1 of Super, and for whatever reason, I just stopped playing it. I want to play through the whole game again. I, like, actively want to do it again. Because I have, like, all the stuff. Okay, now we're on to IGN. Have you watched the trailer of the movie called... I haven't watched any movie trailers. We can't watch movie trailers like that on here. If it's on IGN, then yeah, but, like, unless it's on IGN, I don't want to take the risk of getting my stuff taken down. It just causes way too many problems, unfortunately. If I was just streaming to Twitch, I'd be like, heck yeah, let's do it, but I'm not. There's another Scream movie coming out. Come on, guys. They're adding the Fantastic Four. Oh, this looks crazy. Hold on. I haven't seen this trailer. This is to the new Avengers Doomsday. Man, you can't tell me this little girl's supposed to be the new Black Panther, bro. I'm sorry.
Everyone that matters to me. The king has his duties to prepare our people for the afterlife. I have my...
He would have been a better Black Panther than her.
King M'Baku of Wakanda.
Ben, Yancey Street between Broome and Grand.
Yeah, that was mediocre. That was just mediocre. That one wasn't the best. Yo, did y'all see this new, like, Souls-like dinosaur game? It's called Dino Blade. It looks crazy, bro. It looks like it might be kind of good. Boys, this is how the dinosaurs went extinct. They either got turned into chickens or they got KO'd. Oh my god, he's got a dinosaur. Yo, that one has a dinosaur in its mouth as a weapon. Like a spiked club, bro. That's messed up. The tyrant. Ah! Stop! Stop doing that! Another truck simulator. I'll get down with that.
They were looking at clear skies and a hot 96 degrees out in the desert. Visibility is excellent across all major highways, so truckers, buckle up and keep that water close.
Stop and help.
Orange juice, large, to go.
Orange juice, dude. That is not how they would transport that. That is not how they would transport that. That is not how they would transport that. Oh my god. Everything that I've learned about hazardous waste and hazard handling from college and from driving school bus says absolutely, like, the DMV tests you on this stuff constantly. No. 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 No, 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 no. No.
The government thanks you for your work.
I'll check it out off stream. Heather. Oh, Arndor. I can already tell just by freaking listening to this music. It's gonna be copyright, bro. I could just tell it. I actually haven't sat down. Okay, so this is the last one right here.
Season 2.
I haven't sat down and watched anything other than the first episode so far.
Allowed us.
I need to get caught up.
To introduce the Deathclaw, this monster from the game.
We wanted to force our characters to come face to face with them, and we wanted to challenge ourselves to bring them to the screen. The physicality of the puppets.
Yo, look at that thing. That thing looks crazy cool. Yo, I need to make one of those and go to like a Comic-Con or something, or like a gaming con.
It's incredibly exciting to figure out.
That thing looks sick.
On Fallout Season 2. It was important to our executive producer, Jonathan Nolan, that
that's a New Vegas helmet.
To our executive producer, Jonathan Nolan, that we physicalize these creatures, which is Yeah, there you go. Awesome and super hard.
It can take up to 5 people to operate this. One
Damn.
person wears it, 2 puppeteers on the arms, 1 puppeteer on the neck and head, and then there's also a puppeteer.
I would imagine trying to make that thing look lifelike and like smooth, and there's a word for it. Fluent, I guess, making it look fluid in its movement was hard to do.
That controls the jaw.
The special effects team did an incredible job.
Bro, that thing is terrifying. Holy crap, that thing is
There's
terrifying.
Also a puppeteer that controls the jaw.
The special effects team did.
That thing is awful, dude. Just imagine you wake up and you see that looking at you. That thing's terrifying, bro.
An incredible.
That's the one thing I gotta give New Vegas, dude. The death claws in New Vegas are probably the scariest ones I've seen.
Job on that face. So our partners at ILM, we're really able to take a lot of that and just add to it.
It's a lot of art and science, engineering, all in an effort to keep it light so that someone could wear it. With the tail and everything, I want to say it's like 13 feet long, 9 feet tall.
I hope
It's
fans
just
will be-
like Goro all over again. In Mortal Kombat, when they made Goro, the dude, like, had to have the suit on, and he would have it on for hours, and it was completely operated by, like, 7 or 8 different people. Damn thing was, like, 10 foot tall, and it was a pain. He said it was a pain in the ass to operate every time.
as thrilled as we were when we saw the Deathclaw and we came face to face with one.
That's crazy. That looks sick, bro. Hold on. Where is... There we go. We gotta watch this. So check out Susie Mod. Check out Susie Mod. Go send her all the loves and views because she deserves it. Or he. Not gonna judge. How many?
High in the mountains.
No. Go check them out. If you want me to take the video down, let me know. You can sub to the channel and then leave a comment and then unsub on either the stream or the video, and I'll take both of them down. Send an email. Just don't strike the channel, please. Please don't strike the channel. Don't do it. I've worked hard for what I have, please. Please!
Mountains, magnetic power reaches its maximum state. Beldum, a solitary fragment of a defeated...
This is my favorite Pokemon. I love Metagross.
...mechanical Pokemon Titan. It collects every scrap to restructure its very existence.
I didn't know this.
2 fragments begin the process of neural network bonding.
Is that real?
Begins, but it also attracts greedy eyes.
Huh.
Steelix, the subterranean ruler, attacks when the prey is most vulnerable. A breathtaking chase erupts in the middle of transformation.
Steelix is such a weird Pokemon. I think the only way to even get a Steelix is by trading it, right? If I'm not mistaken. Is by trading an Onyx?
Begins to form even before the new form is complete. Metang emerges, a level 2 supercomputer with twin brains.
Huh.
But the Predator anticipated the path, ambushing at the exit. Metang is cornered before overwhelming physical strength. The final piece of ascension is present right here.
That's kind of crazy because whenever you find it in the game, it's like a meteor shard.
The ultimate fusion of 4
So
brains.
technically it could be considered an alien.
Metagross, the 4-brained mechanical supercomputer, finally awakens. Superior intelligence begins performing parallel.
It has so many buffs. It is super duper mega gigantuan weak to fire. But it has so many buffs against everything else.
Bullet Punch, a high-speed strike that bypasses all barriers.
Damn.
Over magnetism makes Metagross invincible. Heavy Slam utilizes massive weight to utterly overwhelm.
It's just straight up bullying this Steelix, bro.
Meteor Mash, a punch carrying the power of a celestial impact.
Jesus.
The ruler realizes who the true sovereign is. Metagross stands tall, re-establishing order in the Snow Mountains. The calculation is solved. The revenge is complete.
Right?
Its hides a ruthless combat machine. Freezing temperatures help enhance Metagross's magnetic power.
Really?
It doesn't just live to survive, it lives to analyze the world. A grand mechanical entity amidst the pristine nature. Control over metal reaches a supreme level. Mechanical digestion converts matter into pure energy.
That's crazy.
Metagross, the embodiment of cold steel and superior intellect. Its half-ton weight keeps it steady against any storm. It moves constantly to optimize its magnetic control. The absolute vigilance of a supercomputer that never sleeps. All environmental data is continuously gathered by Metagross.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a computer. I was always under the impression that it was like an alien steel thing. I don't know, like a flying saucer.
Metagross, the final calculation of survival.
Yeah, I do know that it could fly, though you can't use it in the game, unfortunately.
A growth cycle begins in darkness and absolute silence.
Is this? Oh, it's Pupitar.
With a single goal: to consume enough geological matter to prepare for a massive transformation.
Yeah, this is my other favorite one right here. These are like my two go-tos. If I'm able to get my hands on these in a game, dude, the game's over. That's it.
Maternal protection is a fleeting luxury. To trigger its metamorphic clock, it must venture into the abrasive world alone.
X-Men.
Its digestive system is a biological blast furnace capable of breaking down dense silicates into pure elemental energy. At this fragile stage, its primary defense is a dermal layer reinforced
It's messed
by
up.
the soil it consumes.
So it just goes around eating dirt?
The journey to Asado is a trial by heat, forcing the Larvitar to compress its internal energy to prevent dehydration. It must consume a mountain's worth of matter, a massive intake required.
Dude, you know how many people would watch this if they actually made documentaries on Pokemon like they do with like David Attenborough? I feel like they would probably get more views than actual nature documentaries, honestly.
For the impending cellular restructuring. Survival here is not just
I've never had one of these things.
strength, but the endurance of one's biological armor against.
Oh, is he gonna evolve? Uh-oh.
Utilizing
Oh.
the low center of gravity, the Larvitar converts tectonic pressure into a devastating physical counterforce.
It's running.
The Predator relents. The Larvitar's internal furnace is now nearing critical mass, signaling the end of its mobile phase.
Oh.
The Larvitar seals
Oh, it's like actually shedding like a snake.
itself within a chrysalis of solidified tectonic energy. The transformation into Pupitar begins.
Oh, Pupitar. Yeah, I hate this damn thing, dude. I hate the cocoons.
A stationary fortress, its consciousness drifting between a dream of power and the reality of vulnerability. The
Damn, they just beating on it.
sense of concentrated energy attracts scavengers eager to crack the shell before the Titan awakens. Inside, the Pupitar generates immense internal pressure, tempering its new body through every external blow. Atmospheric chaos mirrors the biological.
Yo, like, how come it is that Pokemon can't get its stuff together? Just imagine if you had to put your Pupitar whenever in order, like, so let's say it turns into it turns into the cocoon phase, and then the cocoon phase gets stronger, not necessarily like by putting it in combat and taking it out, but it gets the next evolution gets resistances to whatever it gets thrown at it, and however much was thrown at it is the higher resistance. Why don't we have that? Like, what are we doing, Pokemon? Like, seriously, what are we doing?
The pupil stage has reached its zenith.
Oh, here we go.
The shell shatters. From the debris of the old self, a mountain-shaping force is unleashed. Tyranitar.
Tyranitar.
Of the rock skin lineage, a living monument to evolutionary persistence.
That one and Salamence too.
Alters the very landscape. A single stride can trigger localized tectonic shifts. No longer a victim of the environment, it has become
Bro standing there like Godzilla, bro.
Capable of re-sculpting the earth. To become a mountain, one must first endure its crushing weight. The cycle of the Titan remains unbroken. In warm geothermal caves, a high-energy creature begins its clumsy life.
That's it. I don't want to take no more from the video because I don't even know if I'm going to go strike for watching this or not. Please go and check out Susie Mod. Susie Mod. Hell yeah, Susie Mod. Awesome, awesome video. Mega W video. They have other stuff on their channel. Go check them out. W video.
Where thin air meets endless sky, an abandoned...
Yeah, that's right, Godzilla's little cousin. Damn straight. Okay, let me use the bathroom and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna watch we're gonna watch the Daily Dose of the Internet. Okay. We bake. Where the fuck is my mouse? Here it is.
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet. These people went to a very dumb, fancy restaurant that is famous for...
This is the dumbest restaurant experiences. Please check out Daily Dose of the Internet. Daily Dose of the Internet. Heck yeah, Daily Dose of the Internet. Let's go.
Pouring a chocolate dessert on your hands.
So what, you just go to this restaurant and they pour stuff on your hands? That's disgusting. That's like actively gross, bro. What? Why? And then what, you just... Ew.
I had no idea that stingrays could bark like this.
They are freaking loud this time, man.
Really? Is that real? I did not know stingrays could bark. I didn't think they made any noise at all.
They are freaking loud this
stingrays
time,
bark.
man.
Oh! Oh my god! What?
It's like a chirping sound. Wait, what happened?
Oh!
What happened? What did I miss?
Oh!
Oh, the sun?
God! What?
Woo!
This person was getting an Uber ride when foam started coming out of all the vents in the car.
Bro, he has this in like every video.
I had no idea that they had these kinds of trains in airports.
That's crazy, dude. What? That's a thing?
This is what airline pilots will see if they fly near a thunderstorm.
That is insane.
Is it supposed to sound like that?
That is dying, bro. That car is dying.
I just found out that Formula 1 engineers do stretches before races.
Yo, what is it with Formula 1? Formula 1's been taking off lately.
This is his first time playing Monopoly.
I don't care.
She made these for them.
And she wants to let them free roam, but she's scared of the birds getting them.
Oh, they're chickens. She's got chickens.
Hi, Mama.
She's got chickens in balls.
Hi, Mama.
These ants were spotted stealing this cat's food and scaling it up a wall.
Qual foi, mano? A sua amiga roubando sua ração aí? Oi? É nada.
Damn, bro.
Meu Deus.
Bro's got an infestation in his house.
For some reason, this person's sunglasses block out the menu in this restaurant.
Oh, that's crazy.
Dan is serious about pitching.
Oh! Oh!
This lion in China was born with really tiny legs.
Oh, it does have tiny legs. That's weird.
He wanted to jump on this giant inflatable chair.
That's gonna pop. Oh! That's not inflatable. Oh! I bet that hurt.
So, I guess some sharks like to get belly rubs.
It's the shark boy. Look at that.
These people in Greece got married, but look at how the groom made an entrance.
There's no way there's a person in there. Oh, what? That's crazy. I'm not doing the kid ones, dude. No. That's cool. That's sick. That's cool. Wait a minute. And the cameras are here, so it makes the thing. That's cool. The only one, bro.
So I paid a little extra for a mountain view room.
It's gonna be a picture, bro. Yeah. Oh.
Ja. Oha. Alter, schaut
What
das
is
aus.
this?
Schaut euch das mal an. Alter. So this guy's absolutely franging it. And me and Cooper reckon this is a undercover. Look at him, look at him, look at him. He's done. Go on, line him up.
Oh.
These people found this fish that was frozen in time.
Hey, you done fucked up, man. You done fucked up. That's sick. What?
Movie set has to be such an unserious job. He managed to stop this car. I had no idea that potatoes could do this.
Oh, is it gonna explode? Yep, that could happen.
Oh, hey Louis. That's a pizza for the boys.
This tow truck took away this police car that was parked illegally.
This man literally just told the police car they were parked in the wrong place. No, they do not discriminate.
So, I got a new hairstylist. He's out working on my hair right now.
What does it say?
I'm a giant.
What does it say?
I'm a giant. What does it mean? I'm a giant.
If it's one word, what does it mean?
Oh, let's imagine.
These trash collectors didn't want to get this garbage bag.
Bro, motherfucker got a hand in it, dude. What is that shit? What the fuck is that?
Have you ever seen a seahorse riding a seahorse?
That's funny. Whee!
Imagine explain that this is why you were late to work.
Capybaras. Yeah. No fucks given. Those creatures do not care.
3, 2, 1. Cha-ching. Boom.
Why, dude? Why? Why?
That is the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed. And
Alright, Daily Dose of the Internet. Let's go on and move on. Close that. Let's see. So Iran's in a bad spot. I ain't even gonna lie.
Security forces are shooting protesters with live ammunition.
These are the security forces that are walking around killing protesters in Iran right now.
Jesus.
Well, this happened yesterday.
Jesus. Sounds like a war zone? I wonder why. Now you see why they turned off the internet? And you guys saw, as soon as they turned off the internet, that's whenever the body bags started piling up. See these pictures here?
Look at that.
These pictures.
Those are body bags. Those have people in them, bro.
Sure. This is what they think is the same as the United States government.
Americans woke up this morning and they saw that you said help is on the way. Yeah.
We're gonna watch that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's a lot of help on the way and in different forms, including economic help from our standpoint, and we're not going to help Iran very much.
On those nuclear sites, Iran stopped fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Been right about everything. We don't want to see what's happening.
They
The Iranian regime is saying publicly is quite different from the messages they are sending to the United States and the Trump administration privately. President Trump, as for him, he has always expressed that diplomacy is the first option, always has been, always will be. However, he is unafraid to use...
From what I understand, they're going to start executing protesters today.
...the lethal force and might of the United States military if and when he deems that necessary.
This way. Is that they're afraid of admitting that maybe their ideology isn't as popular as they think it is. So that's the main reason.
Well, they're never going to admit that. He's talking about the protesters that are protesting in Minneapolis right now. I don't understand how we have a genocide going on in Iran, and they're down in Minnesota protesting what? Half of them don't even know what they're protesting.
It's mental illness. It's not mental illness. It's just it's simply self-serving ideology. The only thing that they really care about is making sure on white religion.
Looking at, obviously, the military option to strike IRGC facilities.
That's what they should.
They need to. They need to bomb the ever-living shit out of them.
They're bringing down for real.
Also, I do think Iran is America first, and I'm going to explain. Quality of the matter.
We have Hassan pulled up elsewhere. We'll deal with that later. Here we go.
2,000 deaths have been reported as Iranian protesters hope to overthrow the Islamic regime there. Meantime, at least 2,000 deaths have been reported.
No. That's what they're releasing to the media. There have been reports of there being between 10 and 20,000 dead people in Iran.
As Iranian protesters hope to overthrow the Islamic regime there, with the first execution of a protester reportedly planned for today, but President Trump is refusing to sit back and do nothing.
Come on, Tangerine Warlord. Show your fangs, man. Come on.
Well, there's a lot of help on the way and in different forms, including economic help from our standpoint, and we're not going to help Iran very much. And, we put Iran out of business with their nuclear capacity, and now, depending on what's actually happening, nobody's been able to give us accurate numbers about how many people they've killed. Well, on that point, it looks like it could be a pretty substantial number.
Joining us now is Hudson Institute senior fellow and former foreign policy advisor to Senator Tom Cotton, Aaron McClain. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Here's a Truth Social post from President Trump that could foreshadow a whole lot. He wrote yesterday, Iranian patriots keep protesting, take over your institutions, save the names of the killers and abusers. They will pay a big price. I have canceled all meetings with Iranian officials until the senseless killing of protesters stop. Help is on the way. Make Iran great again. What do you think he means by that, Aaron? Help is on the way.
Well, it's a pretty unambiguous statement that this president intends to do something.
Yeah, they just straight up asked him what it meant, and he was like, "I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that."
In the streets,
because there was another interview that they had done. It was a different news outlet. I think Trump is kind of becoming a little bit wise to all the fake media outlets. I always thought he was crazy when he would say that, and I'm kind of starting to understand what he means by saying that now, because it's very obvious.
And look at what he says in that message. There was this discussion over the course of the weekend that the Iranians were going to reach out to us, that there were going to be talks. He's clearly rejected. within the administration over whether that intervention should be quote unquote kinetic, that is to say military action, or more non-kinetic actions that could still be taken by our military, but take the form, for example, of cyber attacks.
Yeah, you answered the when part of my question.
Well, there are certainly military options. There are regime, if you think back to December when Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel visited the United States, the question of the Iranian missile program and its reconstitution was a major subject. Options that you have that would ideally dismantle the ability of the regime security forces to do their day-to-day jobs. These are all options on the table.
Iranian official admitted that 2,000 people have been killed. That's the first time the Iranian government acknowledged that high of a number, which is staggering.
So that's just what they've acknowledged at the moment. There's still no number as to how many people. Like, they acknowledge that they've killed at least 2,000 people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of protesters that aren't even armed. They're not even armed. They're just being mowed down.
Control Iranian airspace, and we learned it again in Venezuela, which is a country that relies on Iranian technology. So if the president does green light, say for instance, a missile strike targeting Iranian leaders, action that we take into what protesters want to see as a new form of government.
The regime hardliners, they seem pretty that opponents of intervention have.
Think about how much money we'd be saving if the regime in Iran fell and we were able to get our products moved through Iran and we were able to help overthrow this. Like, it's not just about the money, it's helping them overthrow these terroristic, disgusting individuals that are terrorizing these countries all over the world, even the U.S.
And it hasn't proved true yet. It won't prove true this time. And then there's, of course, the further argument that we could end up entangled in the Middle East, to which my response is the United States is hopelessly entangled in the Middle East. The interests of this country in the Middle East matter, and the nature of the Iranian state and whether or not
it's kind of sad to think about, because Iran used to be prosperous, man. Iran was a diamond out there. Look at it now. It's so sad to see. It really is.
And what it intends to do with its influence over energy resources in the region matters to us, and not everything is Iraq in 2003. Critics who offer that line of argument.
I don't think that we're ever going to have another Iraq for 20 years. I don't think that's happening. There's no reason for us to do that again unless it's a full-scale invasion. I just don't see a point to it. We can just bomb them from orbit now.
Find themselves another
without ever even having to set foot on the ground.
Iran knows that President Trump does not bluff. Just look at the June nuclear strike. So it really does beg the question, why do they appear to be going through with the planned execution today of protester Irfan?
What was that one? Hold on.
She tweets and talks about me.
So this is what Hassan said.
He got mad because someone posted this and then Asman double ratioed him.
So basically he goes out and he says, when Twitch turds bots, Aswell lost half his viewership for 2 days and stopped streaming on the third day. And so obviously then I reply, and it's like, this is just, it's clearly not true. It's not like I quit streaming. And this is the thing, is that
Asman never quit streaming. He only stopped streaming when he had to take his dad to the hospital. Like, last year was messed up for Asman Gold. He lost his dad, bro. Like, chill out.
He just lies about things regularly, and I think this is the big problem.
Yeah, he just straight up posted the information. Like, Asman's that kind of content creator where he just goes to his like Twitch channel and he just airs out the dirty laundry, bro. He just puts it out there for everyone to see. He just shows his analytics. He doesn't care.
He has. I like your
I can't do that for YouTube because like there's a code on YouTube that links to like the Google AdSense, and if for any reason that number gets leaked, apparently it's really bad. So
Viewbotting, you admit it, but I was wrong on percentage of bots purged. Your time as a right-wing outrage farmer is coming to a close soon. Midterm pivot. I didn't really know what to say to that. I just posted the seal. Yeah, it went lower for sure. But you know what else is true? Hassan's went lower too. Let's go ahead and look at that. So it went from 29,000, 24,000 to 18,000 to 19,000. So are you telling me the same thing that happened to me happened to him? Can you believe that? They rolled out different changes that would affect different streamers on different days that would reduce viewership for different reasons. And the funniest thing about me viewbotting, right? This is the other thing too.
Basically,
Asmon doesn't make any money from Twitch. He has ads turned off, and he calls out Twitch whenever they put ads on his content. He has, at average, 30 to 40,000 people watching him every day. He goes live every day, and I have never seen him roll an ad. He makes no money. He doesn't want to make money from Twitch.
a few weeks ago, we posted a clip showcasing Hassan's decline with a lot of people unfollowing his channel. Right after the clip, something changed.
And it's just all negatives. Every single one is a massive negative. You're losing massive amounts of followers the entire month. Now we're going from now you're just barely getting them, and now, wow, 4,000, 5,000, 8,000, wow. He's being follow-botted for sure. This is undeniable.
And of course, Hassan was watching the stream live, as he has now become a permanent viewer.
I'll see if he is doing it today or not.
Doing it today. Doing it today.
You know why? Let me tell you why. It's because it gets views. There are people now that I see that I used to watch. They have Asmongold's picture on their like thumbnail, and it's kind of crazy to think about. They never even mention him in any of the videos, and they still just put his picture up. It's funny, dude.
What is this?
What's this? What do you mean?
Like, look at this follow ratio. His viewer ratio to follows is just, like, it makes no sense.
My hand's in the cookie jar.
What is this show?
But, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that Hassan is the one doing it. Someone else could be subbing, like, sub-botting him. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's Hassan's fault.
You telling me you streamed for 7 years and you don't know that? I think it's ironic that you're spending all this time criticizing and accusing me of view botting whenever you're the one that's being verifiably botted.
Oh, no! Wait, what is this show?
How do you not know this? He's got to be pretending, right? I mean, again, Hassan, the thing is, what is this here? He's gotten 19 million views in the last 30 days. I think that there's a good chance that Hassan gets more views on my YouTube channel than he does on his own.
Guys, we are only getting 82 million views a month. It's over.
I'll be very honest with you. Twitch knows Asmongold is botting. They will never do anything about it. Twitch knows Asmongold is consistently
It doesn't even matter if he is. You know why? His YouTube gets billions of views a month. Asmon's primary revenue never has to come from Twitch. Asmon doesn't have to bother doing any of that. He doesn't want people to sub. He will actually berate somebody for subbing to him. If someone gives subs in his chats, he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Why are you doing that? Go give it to somebody else. He like actively does that. He doesn't want money. He's already rich. From what I understand, he has a stock trader that gets him money, and he doesn't even know how much money he has. He doesn't want to know because he's scared that it's going to cause problems in his real life. Like, he says money is the root of all problems, and it is. Good or bad. Like, it's just sad to think that Hassan can't even focus on his own content because he's too busy trying to get clicks and views for berating Asmon. It's just sad. He can't even watch gaming content now without having like Asmon's chat pulled up over the awards or over like the gaming releases. It's pathetic in a sense. It really is. When you've been second in command for so long, you don't know anything else.
I'm not botting. If my channel's being botted, then it's something that I had nothing to do with and I didn't do. I mean, do you think they should ban you because you get follower botted? It doesn't even make sense.
Twitch knows Asmongold's audience, routinely harassing other content creators, much smaller content creators.
Yours is worse. There are YouTubers that have come forward and said they don't mess with Hassan because of how aggro his audience is.
In general, maybe even like driving them off the platform.
Well, I mean, if somebody says something rude to me, aren't I allowed to respond to that?
Twitch is fucking terrified that if one day Asmongold gets banned for a for any number of different terms of service violations. The entire right-wing movement would come down Twitch.
Hassan says Asmongold's career is almost over. Today is the most popular that Israel will be. Am I Israel or am I a Nazi?
Right?
I don't know.
Act cool all day, be like, oh yeah, I'm the main character or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But every day, just like I said, when I told you, listen, today's the most popular day Israel will be, tomorrow Israel's going to get less popular. I'm calling it right now. Today is the most popular day Asmongold will ever be going forward. Tide shift is coming, and when it comes, we're going to
It's sad that he's so captured by Asmon's success that he's now showing up in Asmon's chat and trying to have conversation with him. It's just like, dude, like, what are you doing?
These losers in the lockers on the internet, okay?
You were a fat kid in high school. I saw the photos. We all saw the photos. Can we stop this LARP like you were one of the cool jocks?
And how are you gonna sit there and say that bullying people is cool? What world do you live in where you look back at your high school years and you think about all the people you shoved into lockers? Like, what? What a entitled view on everything, seriously. It's so disgusting that you think that being a bully is a good thing.
Of these losers in the lockers on the internet, okay?
You were a fat kid in high school. I saw the photos. We all saw the photos. Can we stop this LARP like you were one of the cool jocks? It's embarrassing, man. I was a goofboy in high school, too. I was playing Magic the Gathering. I was in computer class. Like, what is this? What is this stolen valor?
We're going to stuff these losers in the lockers on the internet, okay?
The only reason Hassan didn't get stuffed into the locker in high school is because he wouldn't have fit. I'm going to say one thing is that I've never seen a person so openly and outwardly insecure about their own position than Hassan. I've never seen this in any streamer in my entire life. It's just
kind of sad that he even has to get into the Labubu thing because a lot of his audience is women. From what I understand, he's got kind of a huge portion of audience that are women that got into the Labubu thing, so...
I've never seen this in any streamer in my entire life. It's just shocking to me to see it.
It's what?
Shock my dog, I can't stop. Yeah.
Yes, sir! Got him! Hold on, there was something else by Critical I wanted to check out. Hold on. Let's see.
I was sleepy once. The Illuminati or the whole thing just reeked of scam. Eyes open and neurons firing for a second would go to that website and know full well immediately, right from the jump, that this is not real, that this is fraudulent. So I did a little digging, and I was able to get in contact with an agent, not at Mythic, but at another agency that did have this exact same thing come across their desk for their streamer, because anyone that even had their eyes open and neurons firing for a second it to that website. From what I understand, and from what I have been told, they were under the impression that this was an Amazon-backed production, at least initially, and that they had pitched it to her. I was inclined, oh, if you think I look tired, well, you better get your ass. Something has gone awry with your peepers. Could a sleepy man do against insomnia? Last night's video about the $20 million reality TV show, Twitch streamer, fan, production, extract.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what he was talking about. Okay. Oh, I want to cover this one. This is what I want.
Yeah, I'm in a bucket hat. I'm enjoying
Shit.
it. I'm having fun.
Shit, wrong thing. This one.
Trump Mobile, the golden Trump phone.
So yeah, Trump was releasing a Trump phone, right?
Supposed to come out 2025 of summer. So now the beginning
Never
of
happened.
2026. Still no phones. Still no pickles. And you might hear the little Banjo-Kazooie backing track right now to this video. It's because I'm on hold with Trump Mobile support to check on my pre-order to see what's gone so awry that the phone still hasn't arrived.
The Trump family's attempt to launch a new smartphone is off to a rough start. You may remember back in June, Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. announced the launch of a new American-made mobile phone along with a wireless service they called Trump Mobile. The release was originally
Bro, there's no way that service is going to be worth a crap.
to happen in August, but now it's November and people are still
I've tried to get a hold of Trump Mobile's customer support for a little while now, a couple days.
Just looks like a painted gold iPhone.
Fail. So now I'm just on hold waiting to see what's going on with it. Because, I mean, it's, you know, the Made in America, well, scratch that. They actually got rid of that. It's no longer Made in America. They don't claim that it's an American-made phone anymore. It's just a proudly American phone, according to their website now. That
Damn.
And for $500, it was a really, like, great deal.
That is a good deal.
Which defied all laws of physics and everything we knew about manufacturing to get a phone to that level. Every single human being on the planet with a functioning frontal lobe could have told you there's no way to make a $500 phone in America. So now they've abandoned that marketing in business hours and business time. In this fucking
Mobile, your call is very important to us. To ensure the highest level of
You know, I don't believe her. I don't think his call is very important to her. I don't think it is at all. You know how I know that? Because if it was important, someone would have picked up.
May be recorded for quality control and training purposes.
I am shocked that they're even trying to get in contact with normal people. I am completely shocked that they don't have an AI operated system picking up and responding to all these calls.
Please hold, and our next available representative will be with you shortly. You can also visit our website at www.trumpmobile.com to...
I don't understand how or Trump Mobile pre-orders, yet somehow they found my account. I don't understand how, because it's not registered under anything I provided, but just in case that does end up being someone's actual phone number, I'm not going to put that clip in here, but what I gave them is not tied to a pre-order because, shocker, I didn't put $100 down on the Trump phone, but somehow they were able to locate my account.
So,
what?
Due to the government shutdown, there were some delays with the delivery process. Everyone who...
How do you even get hired at a job like this? Like, how do you get hired to sit there and take phone calls? I would assume at either a call center or at your house for the United States. Not even. No. Let me go back. For Donald Trump and a cell phone, because it has nothing to do with the government.
T1 phone has secured their order for the phone. So what we're doing is that we are sending out the phones priority shipping. Soon as shipment resumes, everyone who did pre-order the phone will receive a confirmation email once the phones have been shipped out.
Okay, wait. I mean, it was supposed to come out in the summer, though. That was before the government shut down. I thought there was just some kind of...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying it was... I was expecting it in the summer of 2025, when the shutdown wasn't till after that. I guess I'm just a little confused on how that affected the manufacturing.
Well, the phone was scheduled to come out in December, which is around the time that the government shutdown did happen. And like I said, the reason why it was delays on it was because we needed to get the approval from the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, before releasing the phones. And so that's why we are doing priority shipping to get the phones out to the customers as soon as possible.
Is there a time I should be expecting it? Like, is there an ETA?
As of right now, we don't have like an exact time frame. We were just told just to update the customers. Once shipment resumes, we will be communicating with all of our customers via email.
Resumes? It's almost mid-January, bro. What do you mean when it resumes?
Okay, well... I'm sorry for the skepticism. I'm just getting a little concerned because it's been a while. The phone is real, though, right?
It wouldn't matter if it wasn't like $600 for that damn thing.
You've held one?
honestly, me myself, I have not.
Oh.
In my hands, but they are real. You can also go to our website at trumpmobile.com. And like I said, it does have all the information about the phone as well.
Well, yeah.
No shit, that's how he ordered the phone. You acted like, how do you even think he got the number? He got the number from the site, man.
On the site, it's just me and my family were kind of expecting it by now. Do you know anyone that has held one? Like, do you know anyone that's using one currently or anything like that?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Ooh, he's smiling, dude. He knows.
No, because
No.
like I said,
This poor customer service dude. Seriously. W customer service guy for being honest, bro.
like I said, pre-ordered the phone, has not gotten their phone as of yet. So, from my knowledge,
So wait, he said the people that pre-ordered the phone haven't gotten one yet. So does that mean that people that didn't pre-order the phone got it?
no one has received their T1 phone as of yet.
Oh.
Like I said, the customers haven't, been waiting on it, and we do value our customers. And like I said, that's why we are trying to, expedite the process to get the phones out as soon as possible.
Okay, well, I appreciate the honesty. I guess I'll just sit tight then until I get that where their phone is, because they've actually put money on it, and it's not like it's an insignificant amount of money. $100 for a phone that was supposed to ship like 5, almost 6 months ago now, and when you go to the website, they still proudly say that it's coming out by the end of the year, which was 2025. That year is now past. That year's in the books now.
Watch, they're gonna be like, well, technically it doesn't have a date. It doesn't have the year, so it could have been 2026.
It's done and dusted, and they still have it on their website that if you're pre-ordering now, you are going to be getting it by the end of the year, 2025.
You know what's kind of crazy? I am shocked that he hasn't been sued yet for this, because it is false advertising. Advertising whenever you have posted on a website, even if they take it down, that because it's like a contract, right? Anytime you pay for anything, it's like a contract. So like, if you pay for something, you're under this. When you sign something, you're under this like mental intent of, I'm getting something by a certain time and date. You could sue them if they don't give it to you by that time, especially if they took the money. It's a form of a contract. Like if you go to a restaurant and you pay for your food and you want a to-go box and they charge you $3 for like takeout, it's like a takeout tax or whatever, you could technically sue them if they don't tell you that they added that tax on there. Cause like like I said, it's a form of a contract. When you pay for something, when you make an agreement to pay for something and they throw in hidden fees and taxes, it's not necessarily illegal, but you can sue them because you had no idea it was there.
Is the assumption, because it's been there since 2025. It's pretty,
but the money thing, it's different, and it's like, it's just another instance of it. For example, if you bought something that you needed at a specific time and it said that it was going to get there at X, Y, and Z time and it doesn't arrive, you could sue them for wrongful, there's a word for it, it's false advertisement is what it's called.
absurd. In fact, when you go to their website, you can still put the $100 down to this day, despite there being no evidence of the phone's existence, not even from customer support. You can still put $100 to the idea of the golden Trump phone, despite no planned or expected release date or anything to bring further clarity to the whereabouts of this unit.
I feel like they're never going to release the Trump phone. I feel like they're not going to do it because they never had any real intent to release the phone. They probably just did that to make money. It's probably just a Trump scam, unfortunately.
Unicorn, they're calling the
And if
Trump
that's the
phone.
case, he should totally go to jail.
An American flag on the back, and so we put that pre-order, and they were promising that these phones would be released in August. Here we are in November. I've been trying to get out to the call center.
Bro, that looks like an iPhone with a case on it. There's no way people thought this thing was real, right? There's no way.
would be released in August. Here we are in
The
November.
price is $500 for this thing.
I've been trying to get out to the call center every few weeks and say, hey, what's the update? And I've been perpetually told it's going to be released at the end of this month. It's going to come out next month. When I would ask about reasons for the delay, they didn't have much to answer for except for that they were working on this phone. At one point, they even blamed it on the government shutdown, interestingly. But again,
his findings are similar to mine.
So you know that he's doing his job.
Did say it's because of the government shutdown. I guess a very convenient excuse if you ignore the fact that it was supposed to come out before the government shutdown. Support, then, of course, just doing his job is not like a phone. But you still haven't received what you were supposed to with your $100 down. You have still not gotten any information on where your Trump phone is. That should be something that's pretty eye-opening to a lot of people, but I'm sure they'll just hand-wave it. No, it's so highly advanced and such powerful American-made technology here that it's just taking a little extra time, which is why they can't actually explain anything. That's what's going on here. When the reality is, they can't make that phone for what they were saying. Like, you could probably go to Temu and start drop shipping a golden Trump phone, I guess, but their initial claims were that it was American-made, and even on their website, they still have, like, the...
Yeah, it's just a big flop. That's what's going on. It's just a big flop. I think it's over for that phone. I don't think they're ever going to release it. Oh, dang. So here we go. So Iran expected to execute first anti-government protesters today. That's the word on the street. That's the word, man. That's the word. The word is the bird. The bird is the word. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. This just came out.
Protests continue in Iran as the death toll reportedly is more than 2,500, and the regime is now allegedly scheduled to execute the first anti-government protester today. President Trump urging that all Iranian patriots keep protesting as he sends a warning to Tehran.
We've been right about everything. We don't want to see what's happening in Iran happen. And, you know, if they want to have protests, that's one thing. When they start killing thousands of people, and now you're telling me about hanging, we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, they're going to start doing public executions today.
It's not going to work out good.
Joining me now to discuss is...
I really hope he's not just talking a game. Trump, if there's one thing that you should not be limp-dicking around with, it's this. Come on, man.
Ambassador at Large and Coordinator for Counterterrorism, Nathan Sales. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Nathan. Great to see you as always.
Great to see you, Charlie.
We're hearing reports that Iran might hang somebody, a protester, today. We've gotten lots of mixed reports about the numbers of people who have been murdered by the regime over the last couple of weeks. We've heard the highest numbers in the low.
You can't tell me. You can't tell me that with how long this has been going on, there haven't been more than 2,000 people dead. There's no way. There's no way. There's so many videos of footage coming out all over Twitter or X that have been showing, like, the security walking through the streets just unloading fully automatic rifles. There's no way you're going to tell me there's only 2,000 people dead. There's no way, dude. Especially for how long this has been going on. There's no.
Do you have a better sense of what the real number might be?
I think it's really hard to say with any certainty, Charlie, but the bottom line is the numbers are horrific. Whether it's 2,500 or upwards from there, this is a regime that has lost any sense of legitimacy and is clinging to power by bloodying its population as best it can. The scenes we're seeing are so inspiring. These young Iranians who love their country, who
you see how they all have to wear masks? They all have to wear masks because if they don't, and they figure out who's in these videos, they could go after their family and kill their whole family along with them.
Dedicated to a better life, who want to be friends with the United States, let's be clear, risking it all to try and bring democracy and freedom to their country. This is like 1989. The question now is, does the regime hang on to power and cling to power by the barrel of a gun? And
I think the regime has made a miscalculation here. They're making the same mistake they made over the summer in thinking that Donald Trump is bluffing. Donald Trump doesn't bluff. When he says stop,
I certainly hope he doesn't. I hope he's not bluffing with this. If there was ever a time for the Tangerine Warlord to step in, this is his time. Trump phone aside, T1 aside, if Trump is going to step in, there is not a better time to do so than now, before they start publicly executing these Iranians.
Isn't friendly advice. It's a directive. And the Iranians found out over the summer when they lost their nuclear weapons program. What is President Trump's next move? I think that's going to be the key question.
What are
I don't think the Iranian government cares. That's the problem. They are going out and slaughtering thousands of these protesters and then sending fake propaganda to Trump, sending them video of like funerals and stuff that have been redone and edited to make it seem like it's current day, but yet you still have the internet turned off in your own country. If you think that Trump is dumb enough to look at the videos that the Iran government has been sending to Trump and them and believe that, no, dude.
Options that are on the table for President Trump?
Well, two things, Charlie. I think, first of all, getting information into Iran to the protesters and out to the rest of the world so we can see what is going on. Elon Musk deserves all the credit for making Starlink free for the people of Iran. We need to see more of that. And the second thing for the U.S. government, we need to target the instruments of state repression, the Basij militia, the Quds Force, the elements that are using force against peaceful protesters to kill them and preserve the regime's grip on power. That doesn't necessarily mean military force. You might look at cyber options, as we saw in Venezuela. The United States has some truly impressive cyber capabilities, so maybe you target command and control, maybe you target communications to make it harder for these thugs to use force against peaceful protesters.
Man, that's not going to solve anything. They were, like, the videos that I saw, they were rolling around on ATVs and dirt bikes with ARs. They would, like, roll up to a street, get off of them, start unloading, get back on them, and move to the next section. It was like The Purge, bro. It looked just like The Purge.
Well, as you point out, we wouldn't be seeing any of these images or know anything if it were not for those Starlink connections, and that's very important. I want to switch gears real quickly to this. Vice President Vance and Secretary of Rubio are meeting with Denmark's foreign minister at the White House today regarding Greenland. Why is Greenland such an important fixture in the mind of the White House, President Trump today?
I don't care about Greenland, dude. I don't care about Greenland. There are bigger fish to fry like Minnesota. I could care less about Greenland. We can't even handle Minnesota right now. Why are we worried about Greenland?
Wait, no way. Hutch believes that he caught Hassan using a shock collar once again.
God, I can't believe the protesters that are protesting against settler fairs that are taking place.
Yeah, is he like... So what, did he move the shock collar? No way this is happening again, bro. No way this is happening again. Hassan, have you learned nothing, bro? So he moved the remote to the other side so it makes it look like he's... Bro. Come on, Hassan. No way, dude. No way.
God, I can't believe the protesters that are protesting against settler fairs that are taking place in this.
Guys, are you shitting me?
No way.
Not even a little bit subtle.
No.
It's funny though. It's funny because
God.
It's on the different side now.
Oh my God, I can't believe the protesters that are protesting against settler fairs.
Bro, you can't keep a dog that's that big in the backdrop of your stream. They need to roam and do their thing, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Taking place in a synagogue are actually
This is the reason why she wasn't in the backdrop for a while, I'd imagine.
ones in the story because they said we
No
put
way,
Tahani
you're
slogan
doing it
earring with
again.
Tahani
How long was the dog there?
Designate or ethnic boundary. I don't.
Isolated.
That poor animal, bro. Seriously, that poor animal.
Oh no, not again.
God, I fucking.
Oh God, it's still there. Gee, 3 hours later.
What do you mean by that?
All right, let's go to 4 hours.
No. Where you at, Israel boy? Where you at?
Oh my God. 4 hours. There's no way that it's been 5 hours that the dog is there, right?
Oh, the dog got out at 5.
Asman already preemptively said he might do less politics because people lie too much. When that happens, he'll do the lines a few days after. This is the average Roach fan.
Okay, so she did move. She moved at least once, okay? Somebody in chat saying the battery ran out.
The battery ran out.
Oh, God.
That are protesting against settler.
He looks over, and then he
You
leans.
know that dog looked at him, too. Like, look at that dog, the way it looks at him whenever he does it. She's just like, really, man?
And like this, because obviously there's probably something underneath his monitor, and then he leans over, and then as soon as he stops reaching over, the dog instantly steps back
And then
gets
looks
back
at
on the
him.
platform.
Yeah, like, look at him. It's just, she's just like, why?
Can't believe this. Why would you do this? Why would you do
Look, it's the same caller. It's the same caller, too.
I understand why you would do this. You're zapping the why would you zap the dog?
Oh, think of that. I just don't get it, man. Why? Why, man? It makes no sense. Warning Nation?
Address the press
Emergency announcement.
directly with respect to a number of questions that have been asked of ExxonMobil. First and foremost, obviously, is the interest that we have in Venezuela. And I think,
Oh, I don't care about this. I don't care about that. Oh, I love to see it, boys.
Payments to those states that we're talking about, and
Trump is doing a complete and total crackdown from his side of the politics to
we
get
will
these
now
people out.
require proof of attendance in order to receive federal funding for child care or any of that. How about all these child care places in Minnesota where there is no children? They go there, they get paid millions and millions of dollars.
It's not even thousands. It's literally millions of dollars a year. Do you realize that these companies are not even these child daycare centers make more money than some actual like small businesses? They make almost triple from what a small business would make just by existing. It's disgusting. They don't even do anything. They literally take a percentage of the money and then they pay it out to the people that show up and just act like they show up constantly. It's sad, dude.
In all of Minnesota had no children. And we pay millions of dollars. They're scammers. They're scammers. They always will be. And we're getting them out.
A part of me kind of wonders if the United States government didn't know about it and Nick Shirley just kind of blew the lid off of it, so they decided to treat Minnesota kind of like a cancerous cell or like frostbited limb and cut it off and take their losses with it. A part of me wonders if that's not the reason why Trump hasn't declared martial law and invoked the Insurrection Act, is because like him and Tim have like this equal standing of you knew about it, I knew about it, and you're not going to do this thing and I won't do this thing, you know? Like, you're not going to invoke the Insurrection Act or call martial law, and you're going to leave us the hell alone as long as you keep sending your people in. And, I won't tell everybody under the sun that you knew about what was going on in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Nick Shirley stirred up a shitstorm, and W. Nick Shirley.
And we're not going to pay them. We're not going to pay Minnesota. Right, Scott? We're not paying Minnesota any more money.
So proof wasn't required before? Yeah. Do you think there's a correlation between the rise in the Karen numbers and the decline in home ownership? Yeah, I think so. I think that whenever you take a species out of its natural habitat, sometimes it's like in the, what is it, whenever Charles Darwin was it the Galapagos Islands? Where there were like certain animals that whenever they were separated from the rest of the population, they had unique evolutions to match their environment.
Well, that explains the like highlighter colors that they usually have on their head. See, like in nature, a frog will color itself like a super bright color to show its toxicity. And I believe that the Karen mindset has adopted this evolution in order to fit in with the species around it. It is a warning sign, it is a call of defiance, and it is obvious that its toxicity is known to all.
Without any of that crap. It's a big scam.
Yeah.
It's a giant scam run by an incompetent, crooked governor. He's an incompetent, crooked guy. And also, we're freezing any and all welfare payments going to illegal immigrants that
Thank God.
will start effective immediately.
I don't know how he didn't do this when he first got into office. What better way to make them want to leave? Give them $1,000. Tell them that they could probably come back as a citizen if you self-deport. He already did that. Freeze all welfare programs going to any illegal immigrants or any immigrants that are here, period. Like, if you're an immigrant here and you don't have a job and you're a net negative to taxpayers, you need to get out, man. Seriously, you need to go on about your business. Go on, get up out of here. And freeze all, like, if you're not paying into a system, you shouldn't be taking from it. Like, that's the reason why I'm not taking from, food stamps or anything. I've put my 2 cents in for sure, but I don't want to take it out yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do that yet. Maybe later on, who knows? But as of right now, I don't have a reason for it. I don't want to.
How is that ever?
Like, whenever I need to, whenever, if YouTube never works out, I'm probably just going to get a job and then work until I retire, and then I'll take those benefits. But that's just my mindset. But I'm a citizen as well. I can take from those benefits because my family has literally given blood, sweat, and tears for this country. Like anyone, and I feel the same way with anyone who got their citizenship through the military. Like, if you serve a country's military, you're no different than an American that's family's been here for 200 years. I don't care. You've done more for this country than most Americans that just fuck around and get pregnant and then just take from the system and take all the welfare. Like, but if you're an illegal immigrant and you came here and you didn't serve this country's military, and to an extent, I feel like if you didn't actually serve and do stuff in combat, to an extent, I feel like, if you just, like, as of right now, we don't have any wars going on like how the Iraq War was, right? So if you come in and you're an immigrant and you're just sitting on your ass doing nothing right now, that ain't gonna fly. Well, like, why even take immigrants in right now to serve in the military? We're not in any active wars. Why bother? It's like, and so go. I went on a tangent there. I branched off from the main quest and did a secondary quest. So, like, why bother keeping them here if all they're gonna do is come here and not only defraud the country but take the welfare too? It's why even let them here?
So when illegals come into California, Gavin Newsom, they come into California, and they send us bills for people coming in. We're not paying it, so we're working on that very strongly. Just don't pay it. As Nancy Reagan would say, just say no.
Just say no.
Remember Nancy
Nope.
Reagan? Just say no to drugs.
This is
a little more difficult
Yeah.
than that, I guess, right? But just say no. Additionally, from this moment forward, if you're on public assistance, like almost all Somalis are, did you see where 94% of them are on public assistance? You can't wire money out of the country back to your bank account from where.
Oh my God.
You know that he made it to where all the citizenship for the Somalians, because the only reason why they're here is to seek asylum. Do you understand that the GDP of Somalia has grown so much from the fraud that they have done that their country is no longer under the poverty line? They have scammed America out of so much money that their temporary citizenship is now null and void. It's no longer a thing. That's what's crazy about it. They have scammed America so much that their GDP has grown to a point where they can no longer seek sovereignty in other countries.
Jesus. Finally.
And that's just America. Who knows how many of these Somalians are in other countries doing the same thing?
Right. All right. Maybe are we going to actually do something here? If they're on public assistance, why the fuck are they here? Yes, it's crazy.
You came, but more importantly, we're probably aren't even going to give them the money anymore. The money going to them because of the tremendous abuse and probably illegality being perpetrated on our country. We're not going to give them the money. We're not giving them the money.
Man, I love to hear that. I do. And that'll actually make them have to come to the table. It will. I'm so happy to see this. And yeah, this is great.
Their education, mental institutions, insane asylums. They're people that are drug dealers. They're addicts. Additionally, starting February 1st, we're not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states.
Let's go, Trump!
Having sanctuary cities because they do everything possible to protect criminals at the expense of American citizens, and it breeds
Let's go!
all of the other problems that come. So we're not making any
They're
payments.
cutting all federal funding to sanctuary city states. That means LA, places, I don't think Chicago is classified as a sanctuary city anymore, but that does mean Minnesota. So if they don't get their shit together, by the time this kicks in, they will get no more federal funding. W federal government.
Anybody that supports sanctuary cities.
Thank fucking God.
Sanctuary city to me screams treason. That's all that says to me. You've got people from other countries getting stabbed in the neck by homeless people that have been let out onto the streets like 30, 40 times, and you've got like 9 felonies on that one person going around killing people. Nah, dude. No.
Oh, man. I've been waiting on this forever.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, my God. Good.
And you notice that, like, all this, like, backlash, this ice out nonsense protesting, it's only in states where they're allowing it. It's only happening in states where they're allowing it. You don't see this happening in Florida, Texas. You don't see it happening from any of the other states. It's just like a handful of states, like 2 or 3. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
The states would just divert federal funds to their cities. Exactly. Yeah. You got to cut off the whole state. And then this will also make the state put pressure on the cities. And so now they're getting attacked from multiple sides. And so that's some decent news for once. Yeah. You have to, again, and if that's...
I don't understand how he didn't do this like mid last year. This should have already been done. Maybe he was trying to see if they'll fall in line. But no, this should have happened way sooner. I don't know why he waited so long.
Keep putting more and more and more pressure on them. And this is still like, you're still at the point where you're looking at pressure that is, or sorry, advantages that are being removed. But I think we can get punitive with it too. We absolutely can. And if this isn't enough, you go even farther.
Yep.
And you keep going farther and harder and more extreme until they break.
Additionally, starting February 1st, we're not making any payments to sanctuary cities.
So February 1st.
Sanctuary cities because they do everything possible to protect criminals.
It seems to me, let's see how long it lasts past February 1st. Because I guarantee you what's going to end up happening is that all these illegal immigrants, that you can clip this, I might end up making a short out of this. What's going to end up happening is these people that were taking welfare in the sanctuary cities, these immigrants that fled to sanctuary cities, are going to flee the sanctuary cities in an attempt to claim welfare in other states. And then what's going to end up happening is that's how they're going to get got. So they're trying to make these people flee the sanctuary cities because there's no money for them to be there. And what's going to happen is they're going to get caught in other states. So they're kind of like attacking the heart, you know?
The expense of American citizens, and it breeds...
What's going to end up happening is they're going to go to a state that isn't classified as a sanctuary city, and that's where they're going to get caught by ICE for trying to take federal funds.
You got to do more than that. You do. You got to do even more than that. You got to go all the way for the whole state.
Yep.
Focus only on 1 or 2 states at a time. That way you can cripple them as much as possible, and it creates as little negative effect as it can. And then as soon as you're able to cripple one of them and then stop them from doing this, then you just move on to the next one.
Well, like, it kind of makes you wonder, like, obviously these protesters are being paid. Somehow they're being paid. What better way to keep the chaos going in your own state than to pay the protesters using federal funds that you are allocating? Like, let's, for example, if I'm Tim Walz and I'm allocating funds towards protesters using federal government funds, well, now that you've cut off my federal funds, how many people are actually going to be turning up the protest, you know? It allows you to peel back the curtain and look into it and see what's really going on. Like, are these people legitimate, or are they paid for in some way, shape, or form? And the best way to tell is to just cut the federal funding. How you going to pay protesters if you ain't got no money?
Them at the same time. You isolate one and you inflict the maximum amount of pain on them as possible, and then you make an example out of them for anybody else that's going to do the same thing. That's how you handle this. It's smart. To send a message. Yes, exactly. This is the most effective way to do it. I didn't say that. I'm not complying. I'm not going to help you guys.
Bro, I would love to be, like, if I was one of these journalists that weren't stupid, you know, like a protester, I would totally be on the other side behind them. Not like, oh, I'm going to, flank them or whatever. I would be like, yo, guys, I can help y'all if you let me record. I am with y'all. ICE, federal government. Can I record? I want to record y'all, like, breaking up the crowd from, like, the ISIS point of view. The point of view that nobody's able to get. Because there's so many schizos that go around doing the negative part of this. Where are the other sides of this? You know?
Thank God.
Like, I would be like, yo, bring me to whoever you have to. I want to show y'all's side of the story.
I'm so glad they're finally being more aggressive with these people.
This should have been happening on day one. Seriously.
God.
And you're going to see why. There's a lot of footage that they're not showing. You see how it's crazy how all these people with cameras, they go to these events, but they don't show what's going on. They don't show that they're throwing firecrackers at ICE police. They don't show that they're icing the bottles of water and throwing it at the vehicles and busting the windshields. They don't show a lot of stuff. These guys have been punching bags ever since they got to Minnesota. And they're not going to show any of that. They're not going to show how often these guys get run over by vehicles. But yet there's always cameras in these crowds. There's a camera guy. There's a camera guy right here. It's crazy how all these media outlets, they have all this footage of ICE breaking up crowds, but they don't ever show what leads up to it. You know how disgusting that is? It's so misleading.
Just going to keep...
But that's okay, because there's one media outlet that is.
Whenever these people are acting this way, you don't have to take a step back. You have to go even harder, because you have to use overwhelming force to make them realize that there's not even the possibility of being able to have a success inside of this confrontation. Yeah, fuck around a BBC camera. Oh, guys, shut the fuck up. Jesus, guys. Oh, man. Okay, let me go back. I'll see if I... All she had to do, by the way...
Here we go. We got another moron.
Whenever these people are...
Got another moron.
And,
here we go.
Here we go. Here's another one.
Look, look.
She's trying to run away.
You hear all the people screaming go, too? You hear all the people screaming go, go, go? It's kind of sad to see this.
She's trying to run away from the police. Trying to run away from the police. What are you thinking? Bitch, what do you think you're doing? Oh my God. Do not drive. Get out of your car, bitch.
Yeah, get out of your car. They're detaining you. This isn't a conversation. You're being detained. Like, get out of the car.
God, I love this. I love this. This is why we need to have this every day.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't cracked down harder on this. Damn, they are pulling her out so hard they didn't even unbuckle her. They are ripping her out of that car, bro. Oh yeah, now she's sad, huh? Now she's thinking about the consequences.
She got a nose ring.
Mm-hmm.
She got a nose ring.
Oh, you gonna cry? You gonna cry? Remember, all the people that are cheering you on aren't gonna be the one in jail with a federal crime, but you are.
In the Lord's work.
That's right. Yeah, they had to cut the seat belt. She was still in her seat belt. Look, he's trying to reach in there and cut the seat belt. Yep, there it goes.
Oh. The point and laugh. I know. I love seeing this. These whistles are hurting my dog's ears. I know. Ho's mad. All she had to do, by the way.
You can be mad all you want. You can protest all you want. Stop using vehicles to blockade federal agents and stand on the sidewalk. Every other state, every single state across all 50 states, other than like 2 or 3, can't seem to get this in their head. You could protest all you want. It is part of your constitution, yes. Peacefully. Impeding in federal investigation is not doing anything peacefully. It's just straight up breaking the law. That's not even protesting.
Way, all she had to
Even Martin Luther King disliked people that got in the roads. He thought that they were terrorists. Like,
do was comply with the police officers. There it is, bro. There's the problem right there.
Oh my God, I see a banshee in the backdrop. It's a swamp hag.
There it is.
Level 3. Level 3 Karen.
Jesus Christ. Oh man. What are you gonna do? Catch and release.
That's also another big problem, is that they are catching and releasing these schizos. They need to indict them on federal charges. They need to convict these fuckers.
I don't even know if I want to.
Like, seriously, enough of this. Enough of this nonsense.
It's retarded. No, of course not. It doesn't change. They're different words. Yeah, it's subjective. Yeah, it's just stupid. However, they've been utterly co-opted by the people you mentioned. Well, I mean, experts tell you, but another one bites the dust.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Oh. Been waiting on this for a bit.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Look at him go.
Yep, he's getting arrested now. He's cooked.
The whistle? I know, the whistles, man. Yep.
You know what part of me thinks they wanted the whistles? Like, the idea behind the whistles was to keep people from recording this because and like reacting to it because of how annoying the whistles are. But I think all it is just kind of like they wanted it to be a deterrence, and it's just not working.
Tactics with the whistles. Yep.
I don't think it was ever meant to, like, hurt ICE people. I think it was meant to hurt reaction people and people that are, like, from Fox News from doing this. I do. I genuinely think that. Because you noticed how you see how none of the ICE agents are affected by this? Yet, people keep bringing it up when you react to the videos. That's what gives me that.
Look at them, bro. They're getting arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Investigation and Jesus. ICE agents are so much for the moral high ground. Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm.
You guys need to go find another job, for real. There's
Why?
no criminals here. Other than you. You guys the only criminals here.
Oh.
You guys killing people, murdering people. Go find another job, man.
Right.
Go find another job.
Uh-huh.
Bro, I bet those guys are making bank doing that, too. I bet they're making a lot of money.
It's been the 10th time I've seen this. Every time it boggles my Eastern European mind. Like, why would you defend criminals? I think that a lot of people don't understand the level of
it's
like,
brain at this point. It's just brainwashing.
Manipulation that a lot of these people have gone through. They have gone through a ridiculous amount of manipulation and like just total fucking, oh, this is the whole thing that happened. Oh, here we go. Wait a second, is this the beginning of that other video? So she's just sitting there laying on her horn in the middle of the fucking street. Wow, what a surprise. To make people stop listening? I guess so. I know these people aren't autistic because real autistic people wouldn't be able to handle all the noise. Yeah, no doubt. I want to see accountability to the political leaders who push for this. Oh, I do too. Absolutely.
That's not even a white dude in there. That's a is he Asian? What is he? It's kind of crazy that you've got everyone from like every culture that has immigrated here legally also being a part of ICE. Like, that's true patriot. Like, if you're an immigrant and you have citizenship and you're an ICE, bro, you're a patriot. I don't care what anyone says, man. You legit. You're an American, bro. Hey, look.
Is it not lost on more people that so many of these ICE agents are like minority community members, and all of the people that are protesting against them, calling them Nazis, are white people? I can't be the only person that's noticing this.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy how we have immigrants that have legally citizenized fighting back white people it's not even their country. And they're more patriotic than some of these idiots. It's kind of ironic to see in a way, isn't it?
Wow. Yeah, the ICE agents are more diverse than the protesters.
Exactly. That's the craziest part about it. The ICE agents are more diverse. I have seen more like diversity in the crowds of ICE agents than I have in the actual crowds. It's so funny.
I don't even know. My best friend was murdered in front of me in Nepal when we were kids for simply being part of the wrong group, aka the ones without weapons. So hearing liberals and Democrats in America defending these criminals makes me feel like I'm in a torture simulation. Well, the reason why is because they've never been in a situation like that, and they think that's why you had that Swedish girl that tweets that she loves criminals. Okay, now maybe they should live in your house.
And you know what's really sad is they're going to come out and say, yeah, they can. But they'll say that up until they're actually living in her house. Then she'll be panicked. And you know what you do at that point? Once they're in her house, you board up all the windows, you board up all the doors from the outside, so that way nobody can get out. And you let what happens, happens. All there is to it.
Does Sweden have now? Didn't they have to stop reporting the races of the rapists there? Not so good, huh? Sarah Larson, yeah.
Except that the Constitution is not an inconvenience. It's not an either-or.
Nobody said an inconvenience. He have a responsibility to
demands Tim Walz apologize to ICE agents.
Ooh.
Is it the responsibility of ICE to actually deport illegal aliens in the United States who are here? Isn't that their responsibility?
Yes, it is, Congressman, except that the Constitution is not an inconvenience. It's not an either-or.
Nobody said an inconvenience. He have a responsibility to deport illegal aliens, and the president is going through that process right now. And let's be very clear, the previous administration, they abused every process there is under border laws to allow
yes, they did.
10 million people into the country illegally. And this is a burden on all Americans. And so the president is doing his job.
You know, like, it's kind of crazy. You realize that a lot of our issues, now I'm not going to say that it was fully Biden's fault, because it wasn't. We've had way too many crap administrations at this point that you never really know where the crap begins and where it ends. But isn't it interesting how it absolutely exploded during Biden's administration? Like, it was noticeable around COVID, right? It was so-so, right? But isn't it interesting how everything just tripled or doubled even during Biden's administration? It's kind of crazy to think that, what if deporting all these illegals actually works? What if if we're triple, it probably won't even go down by half, but like, what if the percentages of crime and everything and the prices go back to like, what if they go down even and stop going up this year? Like, what then? What is the argument then?
So it is sick to refer to America.
We won't know until it's done, right? So why don't you just let it happen?
Who are ICE agents as Gestapo. Governor, you're wrong. You need to apologize to these agents. They're doing their jobs. They are Americans. They serve this country with honor and decency and respect. Do not diminish their work simply because you tried to make a cheap point that you could tweet. I yield back. Is it the...
There it is, bro.
Man. They've got to arrest this guy. They do. They've got to arrest him. They've got to put him in jail. They do. I love this. Oh my fucking God. That was insane. You say please and thank you? Yeah, no doubt, man. And I was deported by...
Yeah, we saw that yesterday.
You're trying to deliberately block it, and this is the problem, right?
Dude, there.
You just ran him over. Well, the carriages, he was struck by a Tennessee highway.
An anti-ICE protester alleges he was struck by a Tennessee highway patrol vehicle during an anti-ICE protest.
During an anti-ICE
Don't stand in the road. If you don't stand in the road, you won't get hit by a car. Duh.
Test. Here's the dash cam footage.
Move! Get out of my way! Get out of my way! Move! 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 Get out!
Should have just ran him over. I'm gonna be honest. Should have just ran him over. You're trying to deliberately block it, and this is the problem, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, now he's getting arrested. Oh, maybe not.
Yep. Should have just ran him over.
It sucks that these guys have like 900 things that they have to do all at once. It really does. I guarantee you that's the reason why they're not arresting more of these idiots. They need to have like a task force that comes in while ICE is doing their job that arrests these protesters that are blocking and impeding federal investigations. That's literally like that needs to be their sole job, is whenever you've got these protesters swarming around you, is to not only keep them back, but to arrest these people, to keep them out of the road. That's what needs to happen.
Absolutely.
It's sad that we have to quadruple the amount of money that we are already having to spend on getting these people out just for these couple of states that don't want to fall in line.
Yep. And these people will only learn when they start getting run over and they start getting arrested. So this is a disabled woman trying to get to her doctor's office. I think she's mentally disabled. If she wants to go to her doctor's appointment...
See, like, an instance like that where they're trying to get the door open and she goes forward like that, she could run over someone's foot, she could break their foot, she could seriously hurt somebody doing that. Like, you could end up with your foot underneath the tire and the wheel going up your leg. Like, when has this ever been okay?
If she wants to go to her doctor's appointment, why can't she just drive?
Look at the road. The road's clear. Just go. Go. People are telling her to go. Oh, but there's a car that's blocking most of the... Okay, drive on the sidewalk. Get the fuck out of here. Go.
Car. It's a totally empty street.
It is.
Yeah, I don't understand this. Like, if she wanted to go to the doctor's office, why couldn't she just drive the car down the empty street?
Let me tell you something. If you go to a construction site and you have police officers instructing you to drive over to get off of the road and drive over a sidewalk, like in the dirt, Well, guess what you should be doing? You should probably be doing that. Like, how's this even a question? Get out of the way.
Hey, back the fuck up!
It's one way? Is it one way?
That doesn't look like a one-way street to me. That looks like a four-way intersection.
Is it one way?
If it's one way, it wouldn't have the street lights like that. There's no way, dude. Yeah, no, there's no way. So look, I'll show you how I know. Watch. Check this out. So, let me see. Here, check this out. I don't want the quality.
Why are
See? If it's one way, then why would they have the lights facing this way? Even if it's one way, it doesn't matter. She's going the correct way for this. Look at the lights. The lights show all. Doesn't even matter. The police are doing what they have to catch the bad guys. They're going to drive sometimes up the wrong way. That's their job.
it's one way? If it's like this way, but not that way. Okay, I didn't understand that. That's her direction. So they're with you. And only these people do, man. And you can see how what they do here is they just totally misrepresent the. So yeah, it's just and of them, because those are the ones that are on welfare. Why are we paying for people to come to our get them out of the country? It's insane.
It is. It's actually crazy, dude. It's crazy that we're even paying for them to be here. Here, Fox News covers what's going on the opposing side of this nonsense. Check this out. This was 15 hours ago. Throwing fireworks at police, dude. Look at that.
Another wild scene out of Minnesota. New video appears to show anti-ICE protesters throwing fireworks at federal agents in Minneapolis last night. Demonstrations in the Twin Cities are intensifying, with officials reporting dozens of arrests.
If you throw a firework at an ICE agent or a federal officer or a police officer, and they shoot and kill you, then that's on you, bud. Fireworks can have been known to blow people's legs off. They've blown limbs off. They've blown arms off. I have been to incidences where people have had limbs, fingers, legs blown clean off by fireworks. It's not a pretty sight. That's why, as I was saying a couple days ago, don't ever lean over one of those, because if it hits you, it's going to either blow up in your face and mess you up, or it's gonna land right in front of you and it's gonna blow your legs off. Fireworks are not to be trifled with. They're very dangerous. I mean, obviously, it's gunpowder, like it's black powder. Like, what do you expect?
Lawsuit against the Trump administration yesterday, calling the recent surge of immigration agents a federal invasion. Shortly after, Chicago and Illinois announced they filed a similar suit. Paul Morrow, let's get your legal take on the lawsuits first.
Okay, it seems to be grounded, first of all, in some federal overreach, but also the First Amendment. And they're going to I'm sure they're going to throw in some equal protection stuff, because every time it comes up, any of the so-called leaders in these places invokes racism, okay? Which is amazing when you consider that all the protesters tend to be not only white, but majority white women, all right?
Yo, I'm so happy to see a big social media, like, presence. Not social media, but to see a big TV presence talking about that.
But that said, that's the basis of the lawsuit. The rejoinder is pretty obvious, which is you do your best business on Main Street. ICE is going to these places because that's where the people they got to pick up are. And all I would add to bring it down to street level is the following. As ICE goes into these locations, one of the things they've learned, and I've heard them articulate that, and let's recognize, by the way, that they're hiring, I think, 5,000 to 10,000 new ICE agents under the big, beautiful bill. So they're going to have the bodies to do this. In the past, if you sent in 100 people to do the operation, now they're going to send 150, 200. Why? Because they're going to have arrest teams. So as they try to
Thank God they're going to start putting arrest teams around these guys. Hell yes.
People out, the worst of the worst, as we've seen some of the people that have been arrested in Minneapolis who are wanted for sex crimes, child predation, etc. They're going to have dedicated arrest teams behind the front lines who are going to look at this, say, okay, that's the guy, he's shooting fireworks now at federal officers. That's an incendiary. That's 5 years in jail with a sentencing enhancement federally, because obviously Minneapolis PD is all on furlough.
Yeah, they're just going to catch and release. That's all they're going to do. That's why, like, it's so rotten in Minnesota that they can't even do their job without being hosed with fireworks now. And they can't expect the local police to do their job, which is to catch these people that are obviously trying to kill them with fireworks.
So you go in, you take these guys, you need the bodies to do this because it's chaos. And if you don't have dedicated teams, you lose track of who did what. The cases fall apart. NYPD learned this a long time ago. You need people who are dedicated. I grab this guy, I stay with this guy, I put him through the system, the arrest sticks. Now, you went out there to cosplay as a protester when you were on study hall. Now you're looking at 5 years in federal jail. You've got
with a felony, too. It's a felony, bruh. Like, that's not a small crime. That's a felony. You probably going to end up having to pay a fine, too.
Prison, you got to pay for the lawyers. You have that on your record. That's a bigger hit, and that's where this stops.
Harris, we saw last year during the LA protests that those individuals, the cosplayers, throwing Molotov cocktails at law enforcement were slapped with 10-year federal charges.
Oh, absolutely. They should be thankful they're not dead. If you're throwing a Molotov cocktail at a police officer, they should just shoot and kill you. You don't need to be anywhere in society. You know how horrible it is to burn to death? It's terrible.
Destructive device that they're throwing. So Paul's absolutely right. What we are seeing unfold before our eyes is not okay, and it is frightening for the safety of the officers.
First of all, cosplay is so
especially when you got all that gear on, it makes it so hard to roll around or like slap your body to get that fire off, and you can't even take that stuff off whenever you're panicked like that. Bro, that's a horrible way to go. That's terrible.
Because that's what's going on. I mean, look, it would seem that there is no mission here, just like what we saw on the university campuses.
But it's crazy how they have all those people out there with all these cameras, but ain't nobody capture or showed these people throwing Molotov cocktails at these agents. That's crazy.
Who's speaking up for the people in Iran? Who's even talking about the Palestinians anymore? Yeah. I mean, all of that went away. So it is cosplay. And they're out there right now becoming, people who are...
You know why? Because for the longest time, their thing was Palestine and Israel. And now that the problems are being solved by a competent president, they're running out of stuff to bitch about.
Obstructing justice among the crowd.
Oh, Palestine and Israel, the Epstein files, da-da-da-da-da. It's always going to be something. You're never going to make these people happy, but what you can do is give them a bunch of medication, put them in a happy hotel where they can stay for the rest of their life. Because that's where they need to be. Instead of catering to these schizos, put them where they belong.
They'll pay for that, however, legally, mightily, if they even get more than a slap on the hand in the state of Minnesota. Because I'm getting the feeling that Governor Walz, for as long as he sits in that seat, and some reports are it won't be much longer, and then you've got Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, they want to be the fly in the ointment to kind of slow the government down. They can't stop the feds, but the feds go in, they do a two-tier job of, isolating and extracting the worst of the worst, and then you've got that second flow, which you just described. I hadn't heard that. The arrest teams that will come in and begin to build the cases. So you can slow down the process, but you can't stop it. So, yeah, they're just...
You see, they're out there right now because they don't understand that they're about to have charges pressed against them. And they're going to keep escalating this until people start disappearing. That's the thing. Is when the crowds start getting really small because all of them have ended up breaking the law, federal law, and they start getting charged at a federal level for 5 and 10 years in prison, that's when these people are going to start dispersing and start following the law. It's sad that the federal government has to come in and enforce the law because the state government won't.
Playing a role right now. And they're being tooled to
Like,
death.
this entire state's rotten to the core.
I mean, they're just paid. They're incentivized online. More clicks, more love from the algorithms. I mean, think about it, people. This goes on your professional and your personal resume for the rest of your life.
So, Martha, Paul, as we talked about the lawsuits that they have now filed against the federal government, he mentioned...
And I could understand if we had, like, you know, obviously we have 50 states. If we had half the states doing this, okay, we got a problem. It's 3 states. It's 3 states. It's 3 states. And what's crazy is it seems like it's the same people going to each state. That's what it seems like. It seems like it's the same couple people that are just going to the different states. You don't see anything going on in LA right now. You don't see anything going on in Chicago right now. You know why? Because they had their war and they lost.
So Minneapolis and Minnesota are arguing that these are targeted operations against them. They say that the federal government, that President Trump, is targeting them for their rhetoric, that because they've stood up for Minnesotans and you know, for some reason, I guess calling ICE Gestapo is protected, but they feel that these operations are unlawful. So they're asking for an injunction saying to stop it right now, stop this full ICE operation. And then number 2, rule it completely unconstitutional because as they say, we don't need it any more than any other city. And yet, look, the feds are here in our backyard. Now, I'm not quite sure what the families of the victims of those horrific criminals that Paul mentioned, the sodomizers and the rapists and the homicidal maniacs that were extracted out of...
You remember what I was saying about the silent majority won? Think about how many people have been terrorized by these people that have come from overseas, and they expected their government to do something about it, their state government, and then nothing happened to these people. They're out walking around doing the same thing to somebody else's kid, doing the same thing to somebody else's loved one. There's a reason why the silent majority won. This is that reason. They went to their state government and they realized there was no winning against that. So they took it up the chain of command.
Minneapolis. I'm not sure what they would say to that argument by Walls and Fry.
Well, you would have to compare whether there's equal treatment in other cities where you're not hearing those sorts of things and how those operations are going when they have cooperation from local law enforcement. It's a very
And there's a lot of them that are just cooperating. So there you go.
different picture. So you would have to prove that they're being treated differently than those places where the model is working a bit better. And it does remind me back to the George Floyd days when police activity was so suppressed in Minneapolis, where the police officers...
The only reason why they did that is because they knew Biden wasn't going to do a damn thing about it. If it had been Trump, Trump would have called in martial law for sure. There was no reason for those mobs to be doing half the stuff they were doing, even over half.
Abandoned the 3rd precinct in the middle of the night and drove away. The people who were hurt the most, and we went out there and talked to people on the ground there and in neighborhoods where they were saying, we need police. We need the police. Yeah. And they are not the characterization of the people that you said are protesting. These are people who felt...
Because they weren't protesting. They were looting and stealing and burning shit to the ground. And then, how are you supposed to do your job as a police officer if all you do is catch these people? You get scorched for doing it. You get scorned by the people that you're looking up to for, like, you know, well, I got this guy, he was burning, he was looting and stealing stuff. Okay, well, let him go. And we're going to give you a formal reprimand. And it's like, well, why the hell am I here? What? Like,
streets were unsafe. They had drive-by shootings. They had more gang activity in some of these neighborhoods because the police were
gone,
hanging back. And that is what makes it a very unsafe situation. So, and I'm also struck by, you see...
Yeah, and to these lawsuits, there's no
disgusting.
First Amendment right for...
It's disgusting. It's just stupid. It's so stupid.
Bill Clinton.
Oh, yes. Bill Clinton might end up going to jail with Hillary. They were subpoenaed to show up in federal government yesterday, and they didn't show up. So there's a good chance that the federal government may be arresting Bill and Hillary Clinton for... Oh man, I can't even think of the name of it. But there's a good chance they're going to be getting arrested here soon.
Clinton and Hillary Clinton were set to testify about Jeffrey Epstein. Both Hillary and Bill Clinton have released this letter today. So Clinton just ignored the subpoena? Exactly. This past year, we've seen our government engage in unprecedented acts, including against our own citizens.
And you know what's crazy is that this is the same administration that a few weeks ago, even last year, we'll say that, said that they wanted more of the files to come out to show more of what was really going on. Yet here they are saying they're not going to show up to testify for their parts, that their involvement in the Epstein files.
Have been seized by mass federal agents from their homes, their workplaces, and the streets of their communities. Students and scientists been deported without due process. Every person has to decide when they have seen enough or are ready to fight for the country, its principles, and its people.
You noticed how anyone who's involved with this corruption, like Tim Walz over in Minneapolis, how they're immediately going to fall back. Like their go-to was the Epstein files, but now that Trump has released a lot of the Epstein files, they're all going to fall on this whole like Minneapolis situation that's going on now. It's always going to be something with these people to avoid accountability. It always will. It will always be this way.
For us, now is the time. The decisions you have made and the priorities you have set as chairman regarding the Epstein, what's this here, investigation have prevented progress in discovering the facts. Oh, they prevented progress in discovering the facts. And as a result of that, you're not going to help them find them. Well, there it is. We have tried to give you the little information we have. We expect that you will say it's not enough. We expect you'll reject it. Oh, so they're trying to say that they're not even going to go. They're basically saying that they don't have to go to the subpoena. Isn't that crazy? You accepted the least from those who know the most.
From what I understand, they're going to be held in contempt of court for this.
But demand the most from those who know the least. Really?
You can't just ignore a subpoena to go to court.
You know so little if you're in so many photos. To say that you can't complete your work without speaking to us is simply bizarre. Well, who are you to make that decision? We expect that you'll direct your committee to seek and hold us in contempt. That's right. That's what needs to happen now. Former President Bill Clinton will now be held in contempt of Congress.
He will go on the record.
So everybody agreed this guy had to come over there and talk about it, but he decided not to?
I'm going to note for the record that former President Clinton is not present. And
Wait, so motherfucker tweeted out, but he never showed up? Yeah, he thought he didn't have to.
And referencing that failure to appear will initiate the prospect of contempt proceedings.
Ooh. Arresting Bill and Hillary Clinton. I'm ready. I'm so ready for this.
It's a shame President Clinton failed to appear.
Yeah, I remember Trump's first election, he ran on that. Lock her up.
With our duly authorized congressional subpoena. This subpoena, I might add, was voted on by the Oversight Committee in a bipartisan fashion.
That's right.
The Oversight Committee will now initiate contempt of Congress proceedings against the former president for defying the law.
Oh,
I love how these people all seem to think they're above the law. They want to manipulate the law. They want to tell you what your Constitution is, and they don't even read it themselves. It's crazy to me. It is. It's actually crazy. How do you have all that money and you're still so stupid?
Man, I just like it's happening. This is it. I don't know. Look, guys. I know everybody's getting excited about this. I'm not gonna believe this till I see it. I'm not gonna believe it until I see his fucking ass in jail.
Apparently, this happens a lot. Let me make sure there's nothing new. Oh, what's this?
So at least 60 people are facing charges for interfering with federal law enforcement in the Twin Cities. So at least 60 people are facing
That's it?
charges
Just
for
60?
interfering with federal law enforcement in the Twin Cities. An anti-ICE protests are showing no signs of letting up.
And now President Trump is sending a direct message to the father of the
God damn it.
woman killed in last week's agent-involved shooting.
Matt Finn joins us now from Minneapolis with the latest. Hey, Matt.
Good morning, everyone. It's been 1 week since Renee Good was shot and killed here in Minneapolis. And since then, the federal government has surged hundreds more agents into the city.
You know why? Because they're having to dodge fireworks. Like, look at that.
Agents used flashbangs last night to deter protesters outside of the federal facility that ICE is using as a detention center. Protesters taunt officers day and night at this location, even launching fireworks at them. And when it turns violent, federal officers use crowd control tactics and take people into custody. Now, clashes between anti-ICE activists and immigration agents, they're not cooling down in the Twin Cities. Yesterday, protesters surrounded federal officers as they were apparently taking people into custody. Minneapolis police tell Fox yesterday they have arrested 31 protesters within the city since demonstrations began.
That is not enough people. You guys need way more people.
Now, we caught up with Border Patrol on a targeted enforcement. Now, all around the Twin Cities, you hear these ear-piercing whistles. Activists blow the whistles when they see agents to alert the anti-ICE network.
There's all these ear-piercing whistles going on around us right now. What are these people blowing those whistles for?
You know, it's interesting you ask that, Matt. Oftentimes these individuals have no reason or they have no clue why we are in an area. We could arrest, again, a child molester or a child rapist or a murderer, illegal alien, and they don't seem to care. They don't agree with that for some odd reason.
Now, protesters are demonstrating against ICE, also against the shooting death of Renee Good.
That did not answer that question, but okay, I guess. It's not like answering it really matters, but still.
President Trump gave a message to Renee Good's father.
I want to say to the father that I love all of our people. They can be on the other side. As you say, he might be on my side. He is on your side. And I think that's great. And I do. I think it's great. And I would bet you that she, under normal circumstances, was a very solid, wonderful person. But then her actions were pretty tough. When I've seen it many ways and many different shapes and forms.
Now, yesterday here in Minneapolis, there were a number of sudden resignations inside the U.S. Attorney's Office here, including Joe Thompson. He is the second man in charge here. Governor Tim Walz.
Damn, people are resigning from the office at the attorneys? In Minnesota, bro, Minnesota's caving. Minnesota's cooked. I don't think Tim Walz and his administration understand how bad it's about to get once that funding gets cut off in February, they're done. Like, that's it. Like, people aren't going to continue to show up to jobs that are operating like the police or for that. I mean, I'm sure that the first responders will, but I don't even think the police are going to show up because they know how bad it's about to get. Like, it's about to get bad. Like, the federal funding being cut off to Minnesota is going to affect hundreds of thousands of people. We're talking about teachers. We're talking about first responders. That includes every branch. Paramedics, firefighters, like the police. We're talking like even the people that work down at the city hall, they're not going to get paid. Like, everyone's not going to get paid the minute February 1st kicks. It's about to get rough there. I don't think they understand. Like, even attorneys, they take like a percentage of federal income to stay afloat. It's about to get really bad there if they don't decide to put all this nonsense and stop acting like children. Seriously, they're acting like children because they're trying to cover up the massive amount of fraud that this man obviously is a part of.
Posting about Joe, quote, Joe is a principled public servant who spent more than a decade achieving justice for Minnesotans. This is a huge loss for our state. It's also the latest sign Trump is pushing nonpartisan.
I don't really care what Tim Walz says because Tim Walz is still taking money from the federal government. And as far as I'm concerned, you can say all this BS all you want, but if you don't want to comply with the federal government's regulations and laws, then you shouldn't be allowed to take money from them, period. You shouldn't be allowed to take from the pot that you're not putting into. That's all there is to it. Let's see how long your state lasts. Let's see how long the power keeps running whenever the federal government withdraws from your state and you're on your own.
Career professionals out of the Justice Department, replacing them with his sycophants. Now, two federal sources tell us that in light of these resignations, the Trump administration is sending additional federal attorneys here into Minneapolis, and that those newer attorneys are going to be aligned with the Trump administration's agenda on immigration prosecutions here in the Twin Cities. Back to you guys in New York.
All right,
Thanks,
Matt.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the
Let's see how big and bad you are when all that federal funding stops paying the bills.
All right, Bill and Hillary Clinton have refused to appear.
Hold on.
All right, Bill and Hillary Clinton have refused to appear before two House Oversight Committee to testify as part of their investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. In an 8-page letter to Chairman Comer, Clinton's lawyers said they, quote, have already provided the limited information they possess about Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. They called the effort, quote, nothing more than a ploy and attempt to embarrass Trump's political rivals. Chairman Comer spoke to reporters outside the hearing room where Bill Clinton was due to testify earlier today.
He could have just shown up with his lawyer and have his lawyer speak on his behalf. All he had to do was show up. He could have just had his lawyer repeat the same thing over and over again. I've already told you everything I know. I don't know anymore. I've already told you everything I know. I don't know anymore. I've already, like, all you had to do was show up. You didn't even have to let your lawyer talk. You could have just kept repeating that. Like,
and laid out what is coming next. Take a look.
As a result of Bill Clinton not showing up for his lawful subpoena, which again was voted on.
You can't just not show up. It's a subpoena, bro. You have to show up.
Unanimously by the
You knew about it. You can't say you didn't. Like, you should have shown up. Seriously.
In a bipartisan manner, we will move next week in the House Oversight Committee markup to hold former President Clinton in contempt of Congress.
All right, so
I'll believe it when I see it.
Chairman Comer joins us now. Is it true that Peter Navarro was held in contempt and he went to prison, and Steve Bannon held in contempt and he went to prison? Did that happen in those cases?
100%. When Democrats subpoenaed Republicans and the Republicans didn't show, they held them in contempt, and the Department of Justice prosecuted them.
And do we have 17 chronicled examples of Jeffrey Epstein visiting Bill Clinton when he was president of our country?
Yes, Sean. When Bill Clinton was president, Jeffrey Epstein went to the White House 17 times, and then post-presidency, Bill Clinton flew on Jeffrey Epstein's plane at least 27 times.
Jesus.
So that shows they were close. Again, no one's accusing Bill Clinton of any wrongdoing. We just have questions.
But why wouldn't you want to show up and testify? Like, out of every... Like, this looks even worse if you just don't show up. It's so stupid. It's such a stupid thing to... It's such a dumb hill to die on.
They've gone, all full war mode on trying to get people in to talk about Epstein. But when it came to Bill Clinton, initially the Democrats voted for the subpoena, and they said, yeah, we want to hear from Bill Clinton too. Today they were a no-show. They didn't even come to the deposition, and they're all running and evading reporters who, quite surprisingly, the mainstream media has been pretty critical that Bill Clinton didn't show up for this subpoena.
And just as a matter of reference, didn't Donald Trump throw Epstein out of it?
It's not even just Bill Clinton. Hillary Clinton was also subpoenaed, so if Bill Clinton gets arrested, Hillary will be arrested as well.
His club some 25 years ago because of his behavior with young women that he found inappropriate?
If somebody had incriminating information on Donald Trump, would he so publicly in a town like Palm Beach, where social circles, I guess, matter to a lot of people, would he publicly do that if he had incriminating information?
Yeah, look, Donald Trump has answered thousands of questions from the American public and from the media about Epstein. To my knowledge, Bill Clinton hasn't answered any questions. And what he said in that letter, he's provided us his information about his knowledge of Epstein. He didn't provide hardly any information for someone that allowed Epstein to go to the White House 17 times while he was president and then fly on his plane 27 times. So we have questions. If anyone in America is interested in Epstein and getting to the truth about what really happened and who needs to be held accountable and how the government failed the victims, then Bill Clinton is someone that...
Well, the thing is like, whenever he says that, I always think of it in like a backdrop setting. I'm sure that they subpoenaed Trump to show up and do the same thing. So he probably did it behind closed doors, simply because the public might not be ready if he had any involvement. So like whenever he says that, he probably means in like a backdoor setting. Because like no one has sat down and asked Trump about questions that specifically involve Epstein. You know why? Because the man's busy. I mean, even if he wasn't, I think if he wasn't, he should be answering questions. But like, at the same time, when has he ever sat down and been asked questions about it? No one, he's done interviews and no one's asked him questions. Well, I mean, maybe he misspoke. Maybe he's just a dumbass. Who knows? I mean, I don't know.
First of interest, whether you're a Republican or Democrat.
Well, I find this so interesting because there are a lot of so-called...
I mean, he works for the administration so to an extent, he has to be biased for Trump. I mean, he's the one paying the bills. I mean, at the moment. I would like to see the next president subpoena Trump. And I want to see him go to, I want to see those thousands of questions, that's for sure. I'm not trying to dodge this for Trump. I think that if he's had any involvement in any dirty, nasty stuff that was going on the Epstein Island, he needs to go to jail for the rest of his life. I don't care what he did. I don't care what he's done. I don't care what he'll do. I don't care. If you were involved with Epstein Island and you knew what was going on there, you should be in jail. You should.
People that claim to be conservatives, only when it's convenient, in my view, demanding Donald Trump. Joe Biden had access to this information. He never released it, but I'm seeing pictures of Bill Clinton all over the place.
It is odd that they did have the ability to release these files, and they never did once. If they were going to try to get Trump thrown out on his last term, his second term, what better way to do it than using the Epstein files? Doesn't that that raises so many red flags for both sides of Congress, both sides of the presidency?
Tub, mystery women sitting on his lap in Jeffrey Epstein's plane, swimming in a pool with a woman that looks pretty naked to me, Ghislaine Maxwell and somebody else. I think he has some explaining to do, considering so many people wanted Donald Trump to answer, no?
You're exactly right. The American people are interested in this. They want to know the truth. We're trying to provide the truth on the Oversight Committee. This subpoena wasn't just issued by me. It was voted on unanimously by the Oversight Committee. Every Democrat in that committee voted for this subpoena. So the President Clinton is not telling the truth when he says this is partisan.
And you know what's crazy? Is that if Trump gets arrested, if you think Donald Trump is bad, there's a good chance that J.D. Vance is going to be our next president. If you think Trump is bad, J.D. Vance wants to do everything that Trump's doing, except he wants to put religion back in schools. Like, if you think Trump is bad, J.D. Vance was not involved in Epstein, and he's worse than Trump. So they better hope that Trump wasn't involved with Epstein. That's all I got to say about that. Because if he gets locked up while he's still acting president, then J.D. Vance is guaranteed going to be the president. He won't even have to go through an election process. It's just going to happen.
This is a bipartisan subpoena.
All right. Donald Trump never flew on the plane, from what I understand, either. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
Here we go. Everyone's a victim, right?
My friends got taken in there, and I was worried they would not come back out.
Did they come back out?
They did. They came back that same night, but they came out traumatized and not okay. They were sexually assaulted inside.
Your friend was actually inside.
Bro, there's no way. There's no way.
Assaulted inside the ICE facility?
Yes, they were groped and during the search inappropriately touched.
No. Okay, so they were searched for paraphernalia. Yeah, that every officer has to do that.
By federal agents is what you're saying.
By the ICE agents.
Our takeaway on a lot of these protesters is that a lot of them have said that they've been...
I love how frisking is now sexual assault. That's a new one to me.
assaulted, maybe they have some disability. What's going on there?
Everybody's a victim. This is a victimhood Olympics. If you're non-binary, other race, your teacher took your crayons away when you're in 2nd grade, everybody's got a trauma. It's like bingo for retarded people.
Kind of accurate. Do you believe this anti-ICE?
Bingo for retarded people. I like that. We gonna watch this, then we gotta switch over to Midwest Safety or EWU.
Open the window.
Hold on, is that stick? How you sitting there causing trouble outside of a Walmart, bro? Apparently this is an illegal immigrant.
Watch out behind you, watch out!
Oh!
Holy watch out in front of you, watch out in front!
Woo! You see, what you gotta do is you gotta get your magazine ready, and you gotta unload 2 magazines into that car. I guarantee that motherfucker will stop. It'll be just like that other lady. How they are even dealing with this like that? Like, no, dude. Nah, bro. If this was the state police, the dude would have, whoever's in that car would already be dead.
All right, here with reaction, ICE Director Todd Lyons. Todd, I mean, if that doesn't educate the public about these ramming incidents, I don't know what else will, on top of what happened. You know, previously, we now have 3 in recent days. Very dangerous now. Do you tie a lot
It's kind of sad that these guys got to deal with these illegal immigrants trying to do the same thing, and then they've got Americans doing the same thing. Like, at what point was this going to happen? Like, at what point was somebody going to get shot and killed? Like, let's be honest with ourselves. This was bound to happen. And it was bound to happen because they weren't enforcing it.
To the rhetoric of people like Tim Walz, who compares ICE to Gestapo?
Yeah, Sean, unfortunately, when we hear elected officials calling upon individuals to impede or obstruct...
You know what would be a beautiful thing? Is whenever all this comes out, and if Tim Walz gets arrested, and you have new corrupt people that get into governmental power, and they get compared to Tim Walz. Like how they're comparing the ICE agents to Gestapo. People are comparing, like, new corrupt elected officials to Tim Walz. Wouldn't that be just a great thing that would happen? It'd be very, very, like, ironic. It really would.
ICE law enforcement operations nationwide, you're going to see incidents like this. You know, and that was a video you're probably not going to see on mainstream media, right? That actually shows exactly what's happening. You know, you saw the officers and agents attempting to apprehend a criminally illegal alien, and there they are.
You know what's even crazier? As far as I know, Tim Walz never had anything against Trump. I don't think I ever heard Trump, until he got into office for his 2nd term, ever have a problem with Tim Walz. Ever. So it's interesting to me that all this stuff comes out, and now Tim Walz has a huge problem with Trump. Isn't that interesting?
Using their weapon, using their car as a weapon. The lead vehicle, the ICE vehicle, the gray one that was struck, that officer had to go to the hospital with neck injuries. And every day, Sean, this is what the men and women of ICE are facing. It's constant impediments, constant attacks like this. And, you know, it's not safe for my folks. It's not safe for the public. It really needs to stop.
What do you make of these groups that have what instructions on how to confront and basically fight with ICE agents? You know, they call it a micro antifada, and I can go into all the details of it. I'm sure you're closely aware of it.
What the hell's a micro
I mean,
antifada?
we're talking about a strategy laid out by groups of people to make your jobs harder and obstruct justice. Should those people be arrested?
You can't tell me somebody's not paying for that. Like, who comes up with that? There's no basement baby that's going to sit there and plan out an organization of people like this, show up, and then magically a bunch of people are going to show up. Dude, there's no way. There's no way.
100%, Sean. Any law enforcement officer will tell you, you know,
Like, these people have a training program whenever they like start protesting. Like, they have a list of things that the ICE agents can and can't do before they ever set foot out on the pavement. They go through an actual instruction course on what the ICE agents can and can't do and what they should and shouldn't do whenever ICE is trying to stop them. The thing got leaked and Fox News covered it. It showed everything that the lady that had gotten shot and killed, she had violated not only the law, but her own, like, protesting, like, training that she was taught to do. You can't tell me they're not being paid. I look forward to watching this all fall apart when the federal government shuts off the funding to these states. I do. I look forward to watching this all fall apart. I do. 100%.
Go out there and protest. But when you have organized...
Because, like, these people that are even on PTO and stuff, some of these people are going to still get affected by this, because if you're a teacher and you've taken time off, or you're, like, a government official that works in the Minnesota state government, and you've taken time off to do this, you're not going to get paid for your PTO. All the funding's going to come to a straight halt. You're going to be hosed.
Criminal gangs, which these are, that are organizing these groups to, again, impede or obstruct law enforcement operations, lawful law enforcement agents, you know, enacting the laws that Congress has written.
And if you think for 1 second the National Guard is going to care about what their neighbors are doing whenever they're not getting paid in their state and they're getting paid federally, I got another thing. I got this information for you. Whenever somebody joins the National Guard, it's because the National Guard pays their rent. That's why they join the National Guard. You get free rent. And when that funding stops coming from the state and starts coming directly from the federal funding, I think a whole lot of shit's going to change.
Tell you that Homeland Security investigations, my folks, the FBI, we're investigating these, and people are going to be held accountable, because you can't organize groups to go out.
All I got to say is they better hope the National Guard stays and doesn't leave. Because if the National Guard leaves, what do you think is going to happen? If the National Guard leaves Minneapolis or Minnesota, Trump is just going to bring in the United States military. That's what's going to happen.
Impede law enforcement. You know, it's a criminal act, and we have to act swiftly.
And then just like Chicago, it's all going to fall right in line. We'll be there for a week, and it'll be done.
You know, cause us from spreading.
Do you have a response to Philadelphia's DA threatening to prosecute ICE agents, which, by the way, is not constitutional, but putting that aside, do you have a response for that DA?
You know, Sean, what I'll say is the men and women of ICE, the men and women of ERO, the men and women of HSI, they're not committing any crimes. So he doesn't have to worry about arresting any of my folks, because what we're doing is we're enforcing the law. We are out there every day making this nation and his city safe again. So he shouldn't worry about the men and women of ICE. What he should worry about is the sanctuary policies that have these criminal aliens go back into his neighborhoods and commit heinous crimes like fentanyl trafficking, human trafficking, rape of a child. He should focus on those and let law enforcement do law enforcement work.
All right, Director Lyons, thank you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to...
Whoops. Okay, let's get us... I think we're probably going to do a Midwest safety video. I'm hoping they got okay. Grown ass man calls mom over parking ticket. You know this struck a nerve with him. We gonna watch this one. He didn't even try to censor it. He just put it in the title, bro.
Is this car parked in a Walmart parking spot reserved for law enforcement?
I love it, man. I love it. I love it whenever people would try to keep their composure, but they just can't whenever they make titles and stuff. That's so funny to me, bro. Can I not choose the... Oh, I was going to say, can I not choose the...
An officer catches this car parked in a Walmart parking spot reserved for law enforcement. The car immediately pulls out of the parking spot after noticing the officer and then pulls into a gas station.
I had no idea that law enforcement had a reserved spot. That's interesting. I did not know that.
The officer then initiates a traffic stop. As you watch what happens next, just keep in mind this could have been a simple parking ticket.
Hey, good afternoon. Any idea why I'm stopping you?
No, I don't.
Well, hey, somebody called in complaining that you're parked in the law enforcement parking spot.
Oh.
And they saw that you might have been
This sounds like a Minnesota. This sounds like a Minnesotan.
acting a little strange. They wanted me to make sure you were doing okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing good. I just went there to go pick up some brake cleaner for my stepdad, so I apologize for parking in the wrong spot. Here's my ID.
Okay. Who's your dad? Your stepdad?
Charles.
Okay.
Laura.
Okay. They live here in town?
Yeah, I'm getting my car fixed right now, so.
So you're just borrowing this car?
Yeah, this is my mom's car.
Okay. Any idea why somebody might call in saying that you're acting a little weird?
No, I don't.
Anybody else in your car with you?
No, there's not.
And I know
It's
that.
kind of crazy to see how these police, they ask certain questions a type of way to see if they could like probe them and see if they'll just spill the beans. It's like, oh, well, you were, someone called in that you had parked in a police spot. Oh, okay, well, yeah, no, X, Y, and Z, this is what happened, and da-da-da-da-da-da, and this is my insurance, I'm borrowing the car, and he's like, okay, well, why did someone else say that you were acting funny? It's such a meticulous way of asking questions. It's very well thought out.
Right now, but when you were over at Walmart?
That's how you can genuinely tell whenever there's an experienced person as opposed to like some new person. And I feel like it's not just a police thing. I feel like it just depends on the job, right?
No, there wasn't.
When was the last time you smoked marijuana?
No.
I don't smoke it.
When you rolled down the window, I smelt it.
That's impossible because I don't smoke marijuana at all. My mom doesn't smoke. Nobody smokes marijuana.
Well, I'm still smelling it now, so.
How?
With my nose.
I don't smoke.
But
marijuana.
how are you smelling the marijuana? With my nose, guy. I can smell it. I can smell the marijuana.
Well, it's not in your car, so maybe it's in here and then somebody else is smoking in here.
It's not. There's no marijuana in here. I mean, I can call my mom right now and I can ask her.
You don't need to do that right now.
Let me call her and I'll tell her I'm pulled over here.
You don't need to call her right now.
If you want to run my license plate, I'll let them know I'm pulled over and they can come here and just...
Is this guy really think that his mom's gonna come and bail him out or something? Is that seriously what's happening right now? He's just gonna call his mom and he thinks that they're gonna come and talk to them?
No, they don't need to
they
come
can
here.
reassure that they don't smoke.
No, they don't need to come in here. But I do want you to step out of the car.
Okay. Mom! What? I just got pulled over. They said that I was smoking. They said that they smelled marijuana in the car.
You know what? That's a bunch of shit. It's a
Okay.
iPod.
Come on over.
Yeah. We'll come iPod down.
Just come out over here, okay?
Hey, you're being told to get out of the car. Turn the phone off. Get out of the car. It doesn't matter who you're on the phone with. That goes out the window whenever the man with the gun tells you to do something. It doesn't even matter if he's got an ID. He's got the equalizer, okay? Just get out of the car.
Yeah, this is Hartford PD.
I'm making a complaint. They're not checking my car for shit. I'm coming. I just let
Okay.
you drive.
Yeah, I'm not getting out the car.
Okay. It's a legal and lawful order.
I don't get it either. I feel like it's all these millennials that had these kids, and because their parents were really tough on them because they were trying to get them ready for the real world. Like, now you've got all these adult children. Like, my fiance was real bad, dude. like all these adult children that are pretty much babied by their parents because they don't know how to let go of the fact that their child is grown. They're going to make their own decisions. They're going to make their own bad decisions. It's going to happen. You got to let it go.
I smell the odor of marijuana. I want you out of the car.
He's saying that he's smelling the odor and he wants me out the car.
That means that you do what the officer says, not what Mommy Dearest says. You do what the man with the handgun and the badge, that is the law enforcement specialist / officer, says that you should do. Doesn't matter what Mommy says.
So I'm going to get
Mommy's not the law enforcement officer.
because somebody called in and said somebody said I was smoking marijuana.
I didn't say you're getting arrested.
You're gonna get arrested if you don't comply with the officer's orders. You're gonna get arrested. You're currently being detained, but it can lead to an arrest if you resist.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Understand that your mom is not here. You're
oh my God.
an adult. You can make a decision. The decision.
How old is this guy? This guy looks like he's at least in his late 20s, dude. He looks like what, 20s, 29, 28? I would go as far as saying this dude looks like he's at least in his 30s even. Like, what are we doing here, guys? Seriously. And you know what's really sad is like these police officers have to deal with these idiots constantly now. Constantly they have to deal with these entitled idiots.
From the vehicle, and I'm going to search the car. I don't want
He
you in the
said that
car.
he's going to search the car.
Okay. Okay. I'm asking you to exit the car.
Bro. Live today, fight tomorrow. All of it will get thrown out of court as long as they don't have probable cause. Live today, fight tomorrow. And the best part about it is if you had complied with the police, not only would it have gotten thrown out of court, it would have been thrown out of court. You would have probably been able to sue the department. But because he's about to put up a fight, it's not going to look good.
I don't know what's going on.
Is there anything
I'm
that
at the gas
They're
station.
telling you what's... Oh, dude, I can't.
Anything that I can say for you that will make you exit the car at this moment?
Listen, sir. I was not smoking marijuana. I have done nothing.
624
He just called in backup.
Put it in park.
Sir,
Did he really just put the car in drive?
Put it in park.
Oh.
Get out of the car now.
Oh. Bro, he's hitting the gas. I think, oh, no. Dude, there's an officer in there.
Get out of the He's taking off with Derek in the car.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I have chewed some people's asses out for driving with their knees. I'd probably be hitting this dude. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd probably start hitting him in the jaw to try and knock him out. There's a reason why I'm not a police officer, bro. Like the minute I don't like it whenever I'm in a car with somebody and they don't drive safely. I've got way too much experience driving big ass and small vehicles. Like I go aggro when someone drives a car a type of way. Like I ain't even kidding. Like I don't like it when people play with my life like that. If you want to play with yours, fine, but you're not gonna play with my life. Like, dude, nah, I'd be hitting this dude. I ain't even kidding. I'd probably break this dude's damn jaw. I'd be hitting him so hard. I would stop trying to like grab the wheel and I would just start hitting him in the face. I would pull his hand down and I would just commence to hitting him. I kid you not. Look, he's doing it again. Look. He put it in park again. So here's the crazy part. The cop that's in the car put it in park before he took off, and I guess the guy reached down and put it back into drive. And that's why the engine was revving. And then he must have taken it out of park, and that's how they ended up going into a circle. And now you know, he put it back into park because he's revving the engine again and they're not going anywhere. I don't understand this, dude. This is crazy.
Get out of the car now. You need a taste. You need a taste.
Bro, no, you need to be shooting this guy. You need to be shooting this guy. Like, no, dude, nuh-uh. Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay. Get out of the fucking car. I will light you up. Get out of the car right now. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Bro, he's trying to attack the police officer. He's trying to attack the police officer.
Get out of the car.
Look, he's trying to attack him. Holy crap.
Chase him. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground now.
Bro. And they wonder why these people get shot, bro. They wonder why the people get shot. He literally choked the police and tried to run away after he did all... Dude. What? Bro.
22, change an appointment. So we're trying to take off the inside of the vehicle.
What is that? Is that the barb? Bro, he shot him in the freaking hand with the barb.
Inside the vehicle.
Oh, that's gotta hurt so bad. Holy crap. I think that's paint. That's not blood. That's paint. Yeah.
Put your hand back now.
You want to get zapped again?
Dude, just tase him. Just tase him.
Is the car in park? Thank you. Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
You good?
You? That's bullshit. I don't smoke weed.
Are you hurt in any way?
Yeah.
Where are you hurt? I know that you got a taser dart in your hand.
Is it sad that whenever I see this, I can't stop thinking about that shooting with that Renee Good lady in Minneapolis? Because you know what's crazy is that these people don't just come out of nowhere. They were raised into this. Like, if you go to some of the protesters and you ask them, like, if they have kids and they say, yeah, and they're in, like, all kinds of, like, programs that are going to, like, cultivate this mentality of protesting like this, it's a generational mess up on the United States part that people like this think they can just go and do this. It is. It's.
Ambulance out for you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
22 County, put in chest pain, also taser deployment.
While the suspect may now be in custody, the chaos is far from over. As
Is
the
it
suspect's
really?
Stepdad is now on the way to the scene.
Sit up.
No way. No way. The dad too? Bro, I ain't even gonna lie. If I find out that someone I'm married to or was married to is on the phone enabling this, it's not the police that are gonna have to worry. I'm gonna beat the shit out of the kid. I'm gonna tell him, you better off in jail, boy. Because when you come out, you're gonna wish to God you were in that jail cell. Because whenever I get my hands on you, ain't gonna be nothing left. Nah. And I find out she's sitting there doing nah, bro.
It gives you a right to try and take off the top of the car?
I don't smoke weed.
You endangered so many people. You could have endangered everybody in that parking lot. You could have hit another motorist. There could have been a pedestrian. There could have been somebody walking their dog, or they have a child scroller, thing. You could have hurt the cops. You could have taken a provider away from family members that rely on him. Bro, no. No. When did we start catering to this? This is crazy.
To felony charges now. I hope you know that. We're gonna stand you up.
Bro.
Please get my drink out the car.
We're gonna stand you up. Lean up against that thing over there, okay? Bring your legs in.
Please get my drink.
No.
Man, I remember growing up, my mom always said, if somebody getting into your car and you ain't got a gun, you ain't got that equalizer, or you ain't got something you can kill them with, get the fuck out of the car, bro. It don't even. I was like 5 or 6. I was like, but mommy, what if it's a police officer? And then she was like, you definitely do it for a police officer. You know why? She said the exact same thing to me that I just said would happen if I had a kid and this happened. She said you'd be better off in jail. And you know what? I believe her.
I got an ambulance coming for you.
Please get my drink, please.
You have a seat in the back of a squad car. The ambulance can give you something.
Sir, can you please get my soda?
No.
Please?
No.
A soda?
Let's
What is this, Aspen Gold? Bro living on soda?
Do you want to get tased again?
He's still resisting. He's still resisting.
What are you doing this there? How are you doing this to me, bro?
Spread your feet.
He's kind of sad because this dude could totally be in like the military or something. That's a big ass dude. It's really sad to see this dude a basement baby. It sucks. That's a big dude, man. Like, look at how wide he is. He's not fat. He's buff.
Well, he took off in the car with me in it. Both tased him. He got a taser in his probe in his hand.
Anybody else with him?
No.
Not when I stopped him.
Almost rammed his squad car with me in it.
Right, he'd be calling mommy the... Nah, I don't think so. I think that if he actually became part of the army, they would work that out of him. I think that the army is probably the most constructive thing you can do as a basement baby. It'll give you, like, it'll get you out of the basement, get you a career, help you pay the bills. Like, I feel like joining any branch of the military, if you're a basement baby, is probably the most constructive thing. Like, I wish that I had talked to a recruiter whenever I turned 18 about joining the military. My life would have been completely different. I genuinely feel that way, especially since I don't have pills. Didn't have pills whenever I turned 18. I should have talked to a recruiter about joining the military. I should have. That was the biggest regret that I've ever done with my life. Like, looking back at it, I was like, nah, I'd never join the military. I don't want to go and join a rich man's war and da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, if I had lived through it, my life would have been completely changed.
DJ, I don't want him sitting on his hands in my car if he's got a probe in there.
There's one in there and one in his chest.
Yeah, no, like, if he had went to the military, this entire thing would have been completely different. He probably would have gotten off. They just laughed at him because he's a veteran. They'd have been like, dude, come on. You know?
Got him.
Marijuana.
I don't smoke weed.
Okay. You don't smoke weed, but they just pulled it out of your pocket.
Just give him my drink, sir.
You do realize that when you say you don't smoke marijuana and they pull it out of your pocket on body cam, they're going to automatically go from like a misdemeanor to a felony because they think you're distributing it. You do realize that, right? Because whenever you get on that jury stand or that the defendant stand, and they ask you and they replay this video and they're like, but you said you weren't. Because like whenever you do that, the charges automatically go straight to distribution, and that's a felony.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'll stuck in your sweatshirt. One in your hand, okay?
You could buy it at shops now. You can now, but and I've had people that are like, well, if people got locked up for having marijuana and it's legal now, shouldn't they be released? No, because you still did it when it was illegal. You still actively broke the law when it was illegal. Sucks to suck. Don't break the law.
Hey, dude, what's your head? Yeah. Look at me. What was your first name again?
Brad.
What's that? Brandon?
Brad.
Hey, Brad. Why you shutting your eyes on me? Did you take some?
I don't feel it.
What'd you take?
I'm hurt, man.
What'd you take, Brad?
He's probably feeling the effects of that marijuana he smoked.
Okay. When was the last time you used?
A little bit ago.
I gotta give you some Narcan?
No, you don't. I'm not hurting from the heroin, man. I'm hurting from that taser.
Oh, so he didn't even have marijuana. He had heroin. That's even worse, bro.
Chest is on fire.
Is she still going on in the car with the phone, dude?
How much did you use?
Not a lot at all, dude. I took like 2 hits, bro. I'm not even enough to not be sick for a little bit longer.
Heroin or fentanyl?
Heroin. I smoke it. I'll be sick for a little bit longer. I mean,
you're smoking some heroin?
Yeah. You know, hey man, be honest with me, bro. You don't smell weed.
I did.
That's impossible, bro. I haven't smoked marijuana in like.
I don't lie to people about that.
Okay,
man.
but listen, I haven't smoked marijuana in a year.
Why is he more concerned with the marijuana? You do realize that, like, you do realize that that's a heavier charge, right?
So I don't know how you smell marijuana. I might look suspicious. I had the music loud. I got a lot of money. When I pull it out at the cash register, maybe that was something. But there's no marijuana, bro.
Okay. I don't know why I was smelling it, but I was smelling it.
I'm not gonna lie, he could have fooled me. I guarantee if the officer didn't smell the marijuana or like whatever he smelled, he probably would have been able to get off scot-free.
That shouldn't even be a...
I wonder if his mom smokes marijuana and she's not gonna say that, but come to find out she smoked marijuana in the car or something, and then it smells like marijuana, so that's what got him in trouble.
Problem cause. Anybody can say that. I can say you're black, so I'm gonna search his car. You know what I mean? It's the same.
No, I would never make that assumption.
If somebody pulled you over and said, I smell marijuana, you know damn well you don't smoke weed.
I wouldn't lie to you about that.
Bullshit.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's even crazier is how defensive she got too. I wouldn't doubt that she smoked marijuana in that car because of how she was telling her son not to do that. Like it's a generational fuck up is what it is. You got the moms doing the drugs, then you got the kids doing harder drugs. Like, man. Man, oh man. Man, oh man.
I know it's crazy, but I'm going through it, bro. This is the worst fucking addiction I've ever had. My life now. If anything, this is doing me a fucking favor. I apologize for phoning off. I'm scared, man. I'm on probation. Thank you. Straight him out for me, bro.
Well, you're missing
maybe he had a relapse. That really sucks. It really sucks that he had a relapse. So what they got to do now that he violated his probation is to keep him in jail, like indefinitely. There you go. Problem solved.
Here.
That way he can stay away from the drug. He ain't got to worry about it. He can just do his thing. You know what I'm saying? He can make license plates in prison.
Would you be able to grab that lens, please?
If I can find it.
If we find
It's
it.
on the floor somewhere. I'm sorry, man.
So, what's bothering you right now?
My chest.
Oh, it's lens.
Can I try?
Did your chest hurt before you got...
Hell no. When I got tased, it started lighting up, burning.
Okay.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
What the hell are you guys doing?
Sir?
Oh.
That's my car, my stepson. He went there to get stuff for me. What are you guys doing?
We'll talk to you in a second.
Apparently that's the stepdad. Take the keys for that car.
Can you move these cuffs somehow, man?
Normally I would, but you tried choking me, so I don't feel comfortable with that.
The cleaner's in the car. Everything's in the car. I did nothing. Hold on.
Bro, really? You really gonna sit there and do that? Come on, man.
I ate nothing today.
Is it okay if I lift up your shirt and take a picture of the taser? Where did you? No?
No.
I want to document it.
I don't give a shit what you want to do. I want to go home.
Okay. Understand that you're now under arrest for battery to a law enforcement officer, okay? So you're going to come with us to the hospital. You're going to get cleared from jail, and you're going to be jailed tonight, okay?
Okay, can I have some water, though, in the meantime?
The doctor has to tell me it's okay because now you're in protective custody for that.
Okay.
And then that way, you know, in 10 years from now, when you decide to sue me, you have proof that I
won't sue you.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I can't sue you. I didn't know what to do, man.
I told you what to do.
Get out the car, but then I'm going to jail either way. I got fucking heroin on me. The struggle is real for heroin. That's all I care about.
You're being charged with battery to law enforcement.
The heroin's not going to go away.
Right, right. But I'm not charging you with attempted homicide.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I appreciate it. I panicked.
Yeah, there you go, huh? You see, what should happen is that he should be charged with attempted homicide. You should throw the book at these people so that way they don't get out on probation again and do the exact same thing and kill somebody. I could understand if this was his first instance. He's on probation. Throw the book at him. Throw the book at him. He knew better. He did it anyway. It's a grown-ass man right there that knows better.
Brad was charged with felony possession
And
of
when you
narcotic-
make a decision not to charge somebody with, like, attempted murder like that, and you can, you're not helping them. You're hurting everyone else around them. You're hurting whoever's going to have to deal with his nonsense next.
drugs, felony resisting causing
Felony.
bodily harm, felony attempting
3
to disarm
felonies.
a peace officer, and resisting obstructing. The charges of possession of narcotic drugs and attempting to disarm a peace officer were dismissed, while he pleaded no contest to the other resisting charges. He was sentenced to 1.5 years in prison and 3 years.
Bro, that's crazy. That's the reason why they keep doing it, too. That's the reason why they keep doing it right there. You realize that this man choked an officer to get away. He put a car in drive, could have hit, like, dude, who the hell are you protecting when you do this?
Of extended supervision. We hope Brad finds the help.
And you know what's sad about this extended supervision crap? They get out and they don't ever get supervised. That's why you got people walking around with an ankle bracelet, an ankle monitor, pouring gasoline on people in a subway system and then lighting them on fire. Like, well, what are we doing here?
They believe that people know they need help but don't know how to take the first step. Sometimes this step isn't a counselor or a confession. It's a police officer pulling them over in a moment they didn't plan for. There was a lot of tension here, and it wasn't about him being stopped. It was about the gravity of the situation setting in. This is what
I'm
happens.
surprised he even let him open the door, honestly. I'm kind of shocked.
Accountability and family interference all collide at the same time. Mom yelling through the phone, stepdad who shows up with his attitude on 100, and a son who's already decided he wasn't cooperating because he wanted his parents to take up for him. Understand this, when a cop reaches into a car, it isn't a simple gesture. It's a moment where control can disappear instantly because you're taking a
And it
huge
should
risk.
disappear. You should never think in 1,000 years that when a police officer tells you to get out of your car, that you're in control of that situation. Ever. You know why? Because it can turn very lethal very quickly. Even if you're in the right and they're in the wrong, the last thing you want to do is escalate that to the point where they shoot and kill you, because then who's going to hear your story? Who's going to hear your story? You ain't going to be around to tell it. Like, what are we doing here? When did combating police ever become a thing? It was always for the people that were just schizo. And now you got parents on the phone while their kids are getting arrested, screaming and yelling, saying, don't do it. Like, don't stop, just drive. What are we doing?
Think about it. One foot inside a vehicle turns you from cop to cargo who's now going along for the ride. And if that car moves, your life is riding with someone who might not care where the story ends. What stuck with me is when he said, if anything, this is doing me a favor because your brain runs on chemical signals. And this stuff that people use breaks in and starts pushing buttons so you don't make the best decisions anymore. Now your mind gets the wrong messages, and that's how judgment gets cloudy, impulse takes over, and
Well, that's how he went from saying that to being in the back of the ambulance screaming, I didn't do anything and I don't care what you think or feel. You know, like,
choice starts to feel like a need. Many people know they're not far from catastrophe, and that's when police are forced to step in. However, in my opinion, that's just intervention and uniform.
I agree. All right, bro, I'm rolling. Thanks for watching. We'll be back on tomorrow bright and early. Stay safe out there. Stay friendly. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's already Thursday. It's crazy. Time be flying, man. Be flying.
I don't ever slow up.
Peace.
I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so